Computer, start recording. Energize. Hi everyone. Testing. Okay, that's better. I'm going to duck the music a little bit more so I can hear myself think. Hi, it's Captain Jamie-Leigh. We are back with another broadcast here from my starship. We are on a long-haul voyage, and as every starship captain knows, it's important to keep your crew morale up, and you are my crew. So, today we're going to be playing Star Trek Resurgence, a historical game about the Starfleet storylines that's I haven't played before. This is my first time. First playthrough. I just got it today and downloaded it. I haven't even booted it up. So let's see who we have. Hi, Cozy Ophi. Let's get some emojis in the chat. Emotes. By the way, we have new emotes. Yay! For followers. Nice and free. Free emotes. So let's see. We have Live Long and Prosper. We have the Vulcan salute. We have GigaChat, the player character representing you, the chat. We have the Starfleet insignia, the Delta logo. And then for emergencies, we also have Red Alert. This is maybe a little bit hard to read, but you can hover over it or click on it or something and you can see that it says alert condition red. I made this graphic myself. I'm kind of proud of it. I mean, I copied the design of the graphics from the computer, of course, but I made it myself. And today we're going to be Let's go ahead and switch scenes. Computer, switch to scene 3. Thank you. Oh, it's hot. Hi. Ervan 5th. How are you? How's everyone doing? It's hot even in Maine right now. Yes, it's hot everywhere. It's hot on this starship. It's hot in space. Sometimes it's cold in space. Space can't make up its mind. Alright, I'm going to get untangled here. Okay. Oh, it's my Chief of Science, Liliana. Awesome. Everyone say hi to Liliana, who is, I don't know how to pronounce, Evron 5th? Evron 5th? Maybe it's a code word. I also wanted to point out a couple other things I've been doing recently in my stream configuration. We have stream points known as Federation credits. And yes, the Federation is a post-scarcity money, post-money society, of course. But we still get credits, partially due to historical legacy reasons, and partially so that we can do transactions and trade. So I'm just giving away credits here I've got plenty of credits. I don't know what to do with them, so I'm giving them out here via Twitch. And you can do a couple things. When we're playing Star Trek Adventures, you can use the Make Chat Say or Make Chat Do, which will control the character in-game, and they're priced pretty competitively. We're also going to be doing stream bingo, or stream... they made a new name for it. What was it? It's a stream B something. I don't remember. But then there's a red alert sound, and you can call red alert for 150 points. The Federation is connected with Twitch. Cozy Ophi, thank you for welcoming Liliana. We like to welcome each other on this crew. So, if you follow, you get 300 Federation credits, and then you get Federation credits for every 5 minutes that you are in the chat, and then sometimes there's a little pop-up at the bottom. And thank you for the follow there. I really appreciate it. So now you should have 300 credits, and you can go ahead and use those as you see fit now or later. If you want to, let's see. Where did the red alert one? Cozy Ophi just subscribed. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Cozy Ophi. That makes my day. I really appreciate it. Awesome. And at tier 1, too. Amazing. Okay. So I'm going to get this stream bounty. That's what they called it. It's a stream bounty now. But it's basically still bingo. So what you can do is grab a card if you don't already have a card. And 2 events have already been called. Gained a follower and gained a sub. And that's pretty awesome. Hype, hype. Let's get some live long and prosper Vulcan emotes in the chat. You should be able to use those. Okay. One player is already in the game. Okay, so let me know, or I can check myself, actually. If you... Let's see. I'm looking at the wrong screen, and it's delayed because of subspace delays. If you look over on the side of the screen... And I'm trying to see if I'm pointing in the right way. It's the other side. It's this side. If you look over on this side of the screen, there's a little overlay. If you pop up, if you're on mobile, then it's going to be a little thing down below. Maybe down that way. Thank you for the Vulcan emotes. And one of them is called Stream Bounty. It's basically a bingo game. And I'm going to be copying my friends blatantly and doing stream bingo. So I'm going to go ahead and call some. And our friend Irvan called a random one. Great. And for the active game... I'm not going to join the game myself. Well, I'm going to join the game just to see, but I'm not going to call my own bingos. That seems unfair. But there are... Stream bingo is a rite of passage. Exactly. So I can call a random event. There we go. I can say... when someone has bingo, or if they get extra cards. And then we're also going to have stream events for if I mispronounce someone's name. So if I mispronounce your name, just let me know, and then I'll call that one. In fact, I'll go ahead and call it once because I'm pretty sure I got Ivran wrong. Okay. That's kind of tiny. That's kind of tiny. Let me see if I can fix this. Studio mode, overlay, bingo toasts. I'll make that bigger. Okay. And then we are going to go over to Steam. Let me get Steam going. Steam. And we're going to play Star Trek Resurgence. So I'm going to play that. And then I'm going to stop the music, because we're going to have game music here in a minute. And then I will go ahead and switch over to... Alright, my resolution's changing. What's going on? I haven't configured this game at all. This is the first time I booted it up. Alright, let's show you what we're working with. If it helps, it's pronounced Ivrain. Ivrain. Got it. Thank you for that. All right. So now we have... all right, let me look at the settings because... Okay, now it's changing my resolution again. What is going on? Settings, please. There we go. Screen resolution. I want it to be big. The native size of my screen, please. That would be super. Full screen, yes. Okay, now it's better. Graphics. Graphics to maximum. Red alert. Motion blur. All right, I'll leave the rest of it alone. I just needed to fix that. I am going to put the main volume down a little bit. And the music volume down a little bit more. And then we're going to play. We are going to play Star Trek Resurgence for the first time. Empty slot. All right, I guess we're going for empty slots here. Got the logo. It's a little bit of a funky logo. That's okay. All right, begin. Make it so. This is a dramatic labs adventure. The relationships and events you're about to experience will be shaped by the choices you make. And chat, you can help me make choices in-game. I know a little bit about the game, not very much. I know that some choices from Dramatic Labs. I'm just going to narrate everything. Okay, here goes a shuttlecraft.
The crew is restless.
I'm going to turn the volume up a little bit.
After spending too many months piecing our ship back together, we're finally about to venture out on a new mission. And the crew isn't letting this unprecedented ion storm slow them down.
Ion Storm. Directed by Kent Muddle.
I know I am. Perhaps more than any of them. Fortunately, nothing ever stays the same. It's entropy, the nature of the universe. Change is inevitable. And while entropy says order gives way to chaos, in this case, change is good.
How's the audio? Can you hear me okay? Can you hear the game okay?
Our new first officer is en route to the Resolute. Jara Rydek. know she'll bring a welcome dose of new blood to the crew.
New executive officer. Cool. I got it. Nice.
Thanks.
No problem.
I'm not great with flying.
Turn the game up a tad.
These little shuttles
And yeah, you're
are the
doing.
worst. But
I've seen worse.
Stick around in Starfleet and you'll be sure to see worse than this. I have.
and you're here to talk about it.
In the flesh.
All right, so
That's good.
let's see. Crew is impacted by things you say.
Sorry, I'm a little anxious.
I hadn't noticed.
Mood.
I'm on my way to my first assignment. When we get to the starbase, I'm transferring on to the Resolute.
So am I.
He doesn't know he's talking to his new XO.
Chara to step in at the 11th hour like this. But if she's half the officer I knew she could become when she was a cadet at Starfleet Academy, she'll be the XO this ship needs right now.
Star Trek Resurgence. The music swells. Based on Star Trek by Gene Roddenberry. Alright, I'm going to see if I can... I'm going to put the main volume back up. The music volume up a little bit more. And then... tell me how that is. It's a little bit loud in my ears, but that's okay. And that shuttlecraft just docked. Everyone moving off. So this is like a story-style game. Check in at security. Okay. WASD to move. I want to go check on the person here. Can I not go back in? Alright, I guess he'll find his own way. Look at my hair. Nice hair. That's pretty. Oh, okay, he came with me.
Commander?
Game,
I'm
audio
not
gain,
usually
and
such a
OBS.
nervous wreck, by the way. I actually did well at the academy.
Oh yeah?
I'll just pause it when I'm talking to chat. Koziofi says, do you have game audio gain in OBS? I do have my desktop audio. I'm just capturing the desktop right now. I suppose I could capture it. Let's see. I suppose I could do it like... okay, that's fine. Left screen. Foundry. We don't want Foundry. We want that to go away. Let me just mess with my OBS settings while we're live. We're doing it live! Okay, while that's happening, I'm going to turn my ear volume down. That's better. And then I'll be able to hear myself with a better balance with the game audio. I fixed all my issues by making a game window channel, but no worries, it works as it is, audio channel. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can definitely do game capture. It's just a question of, like, how simple or complex do I want it to be. So,
Maybe you've heard of the Torvalin test?
let's see what the story
Sounds
says.
familiar.
It's a tactical simulator that makes the Kobayashi Maru look like a pick on Pintaris 5. Anyway,
Wow, okay.
I finished in the top 20.
Brag.
Not just in my class. I mean, all time. In the history of the Academy.
Very
So,
impressive.
There's that.
Really? That's quite impressive.
Thank you. It was tough. But you know, I set my mind to it and it paid off.
Please place your hand here. Hold it there for a few seconds.
So I gotta move my mouse around and make things happen, and then I sometimes push 1, 2, 3.
Wait, you're Jara Rydek? You absolutely crushed the Torvalen test. You finished in what, like the top 3?
That would be me.
Now I'm really... It's an honor to meet you, Commander. Sorry, I didn't realize before.
I think I'm going to keep it professional.
To be on solid ground, so to speak.
The pleasure is mine, Ensign.
Paul Calloway.
Good to meet you.
I
Calloway.
believe Commander Ermot is expecting you. He's in the concourse just ahead.
See you on the Resolute.
Okay. Find Commander Ermot. Okay, so I'm going to enjoy the... Actually, I want to go back and see. What did it say? It had, like, DNA scans. I'm, like, partially human, partially something else. I didn't get to read it. Oh, good day. I'm just reading things. Okay. Check-in station. We go down the hallway. There's elevators. Please proceed through... I'm reading the wall right here. 4A-K. No, I'm trying to read this, but if I stand in front of it, I can't see it to read it. Please proceed through the upper terminal lounge before continuing to your assigned vessel. Repair crews must report to Starbase Operations for vessel authorizations and work assignments prior to boarding. Alright, fair enough. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, shift lets us run. That's good to know. Okay, the captain's probably in here somewhere.
If I remember my briefing, Commander Ermot is a Bolian, so I'm looking for someone with blue skin.
Okay.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm just... Well, I'm not sure where my departure dock is. The Resolute's gonna leave without me.
Look here. The Resolute is leaving from this dock.
Oh, you're right. Nerves must be getting to me.
Alright, so we helped the lost crewman. That's nice.
Thanks so much, Commander.
Making a good impression. So I guess we just get to walk around, see if there's anyone to talk to. We can talk to these people.
Excuse me. Have you seen a Bolian around here?
Yes, sir. Right back there, near the replicator.
Ah, there he is. Thank you.
Happy to help, Commander.
Examine replicated meal. I'll do that later. Sorry, excuse me. She said excuse me. Okay, here we go.
Welcome to the edge of the galaxy, Commander Rydek. I'm Commander Jan Ermont, Operations Officer on the Resolute. Commander?
Alright, we're
Hope it
walking.
wasn't too much trouble getting here. This storm isn't making anything easy for us right now. I know conditions are less than ideal at the moment.
It was a bit bumpy, but otherwise okay.
My apologies. This storm is unlike anything I've seen before.
So some kind of space storm going on.
We're grateful you were able to come fill our first officer vacancy at such short notice. From everything I've read and everything I've heard, we're lucky you were available to us. Coming from a premier starship and all. To our little research vessel.
What have you heard?
What exactly have you heard about me?
First in your class at the academy. Received the Starfleet Award of Valor during the Dominion War. Most recently, Tactical Officer and Chief of Security on the USS...
Okay, so this is
You've done your homework.
after the Dominion War.
We're very lucky.
Actually, I want to change... is there subtitles? Subtitles would be great for me and for you. Ah, beautiful. The Resolute.
The USS Resolute. She may not look like much compared to the bigger ships, but as far as science vessels go, she can more than hold her own. And she doesn't look so bad considering 6 months ago she was nearly cracked in half, venting plasma fighting for her life.
It was an accident?
Equipment malfunction. An accident suggests fault, but no one's to blame. It was a planned test, but the warp core was pushed beyond its limits. It destabilized the dilithium, there was a runaway reaction, and the warp bubble formed. We thought we could reach a higher resonant frequency, but it was more than she could handle.
More than she can handle.
Cost us our first officer and 22 of our crew.
Oh, jeez. I'm replacing a dead first officer.
At the end of the day, we're all responsible for each other. That's what it means to be a crew.
I can't even begin to imagine what that must have been like for you. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you. It does weigh heavy. There are some things you can't forget.
How's the crew now?
It's been 6 months. What's the attitude among the crew now?
Unsettled. But I hope that a new mission will help them move forward. If not, move on. Listen. I realize you've known Captain Solano for quite some time, and I'm sure you're ready to bring your best. But I should warn you that when the captain announced you would be the new first officer, there were those who felt it was a mistake.
Uh-oh.
That he should have promoted from within. So you might want to tread lightly at first. Until they come to value your contributions as much as he does.
Thank you. Always good to have a sense for what you're walking into.
I just thought you ought to know.
I appreciate it.
Very
Starfleet has
professional.
assigned us a high-priority mission to the Hotari
Press
region.
enter to
I'll
explore
let
the
captain
impact of your
brief you on it.
choices. Impact of my choices. Oh, okay. Ensign Calloway was grateful for Jara's helpful advice when he was nervous on the shuttle flight. Okay. Jara made a good first impression with Commander Ermot, coming off as inquisitive and appreciative while showing empathy for what the crew of the Resolute suffered. Nice. Oh, okay. Just reading your comment here. The Resolute is a Centaur-class cruiser which was built in the 2370s and was made combining parts from Miranda and Excelsior-class ships, which is really neat. It's apparently very modular and customizable. That's cool. Thank you for that. Alright, so I'm making a good first impression so far. Jara, Carter. Okay, so these are different players, I guess. And then let me go ahead and check what the keys are. So run, crouch, tricorders 1, phasers 2, camera, interact, aim phaser, and fire phaser. So right click aiming, left click firing, tricorder modes, Q and then pause the space bar. Different modes. Okay, I'll figure all that out later. And there was one other thing I wanted to look for. The graphics is maximum. Subtitles are on. The Y is fine. Happy to help, Captain. Well, thank you, Science Officer Ivrain. Cool, cool. Alrighty. We are going to continue the game now.
I know he's eager to see you.
Will we be mission ready in time?
We have every intention. The crew has been working around the clock to get the ship ready. There's still so much to do.
Working on the clock for 6 months. Wow. Okay. W. Opens up.
Stuck. I got just the thing.
Find the plasma torch. I bet that's the plasma torch. ODM recoupler? No. Alright. Start at the top. Vaporize this carbon. Okay, then it's like an aiming minigame. Or corrosion, not carbon. I gotta spin the mouse. That looks like it's seen better days.
That.
That is that. The lower decks! I love lower decks.
I thought the thing was totally fried.
Hello, friend. That's probably not OSHA safe, but that's okay. Space OSHA. Carter.
And not a
Nilly.
moment too soon. The boss wants us down in engineering, like now.
Okay, we gotta go to engineering. I assume that there's not like other things we can do around here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and follow. Ah! Ran into the door. Let me go. Junction 34B gives you access to the tubes behind cargo storage all the way to the... Now, after that cuts off, new computer reroutes.
Engineer.
I heard the new XO just arrived. Won't be long before we get underway. I
Hmm.
just hope whatever Chovok called us down for, it's something good. I can never tell with him. I'd rather not end up degaussing plasma manifolds. Hanging upside down makes me queasy.
You and me working together, we can tackle anything he throws at us.
Your optimism is positively contagious.
Yeah, optimism.
Looks like we got here before.
Lieutenant Commander Chovok.
We were just looking for you, Commander.
Oh, Vulcan engineering officer.
Diaz, I was beginning to think you would be late. We are all hands on deck right now, which means if you are not at your post at the appointed time, I do not have someone to replace you. A point I have been forced to make to Petty Officer Edzelar on repeated occasions.
Apologies for the delay, Commander.
I do not want your apologies.
Okay.
See to it that it does not happen again.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So, I don't suppose you wanted us down here to check in before we go off duty?
Equip yourselves in EV suits to work on the exterior of the hull. I need you to tune the structural integrity field for optimal performance. The subspace distortions and ionic interference we are experiencing are preventing the proper calibration. But this ship must be ready to depart shortly, despite the storm. The precise nature of these disturbances are not fully understood. But many systems have been affected by the wide band of emissive
We'll be ready.
activity.
Whatever it throws at us, we'll be ready. We've got the best chief engineer in the fleet.
I am a Vulcan, Mr. Diaz. Flattery is not necessary. All that I require is that you do your job.
The
Right now,
Vulcans.
that entails critical preparations.
Can we get some Vulcan emojis in the chat?
Disturbances will be more severe at our destination, the Hotari system. You have your orders. Do not delay.
Yes, Commander
Roger that.
Chobak. All hands on deck.
Thank you for the Vulcan emojis.
All hands on deck. That's what Chobak said. You know what that means? It means this ship isn't ready to go out, and the brass know it. So they're throwing every warm body at it. And they're going to leave on schedule. Consequences be damned.
It all comes down to us, Nelly. We're the ones who will get it ready.
I know what we can
Thank
do.
you for the Vulcan emojis,
But
Cozy
this
Ophi.
isn't just any old refit or any old relaunch.
Oh, whoa.
Jeez.
Excuse me.
A lot of new faces coming on board.
Oh, our EV suits were pretty quick
It's
to
gotta
put
be
on.
tough coming as a replacement. That's
The
for
chance,
sure.
they better be ready. I have my doubts. I have no doubts.
They may not be the same crew we started out with, but they're still Starfleet. They'll know what to do when the time comes.
I prefer the scientific method. Evidence over assumptions.
Fair enough.
Hold on. Now there's an old face I didn't expect to see again. Hey, Miranda!
You weren't gonna leave without me, were you?
Miranda.
Miranda, you're here?
We thought you were staying on the Adirondack.
Transfer came in at the last minute, so I figured I'd slum it on this bucket of bolts. Looks like you got her back together pretty nicely. I wasn't sure what to expect.
Don't talk badly about one of the best ships in all of Starfleet.
We've rebuilt enough of her by now. She better be one of the best.
We'll see about that. But I am glad to be here. He still owes me a bottle of Saurian brandy. Don't think I forgot.
Oh yeah, it's coming back to me now.
Maybe Carter can rustle up that bottle and we can give you a proper welcome. As soon as we wrap up this quick little spacewalk.
Here, let me help you.
Thanks.
So what's the word? Are you back in the security rotation?
Yep. Still running with the usual suspects.
Whoa.
Good to go.
All right.
See you on the other side.
We're going into space.
Activating magnetic souls.
Mag boots. Oh, that's weird. Just walking over the side.
That view never gets old.
Let's go.
You have to walk all the way around the saucer section. Look at that storm. USS Resolute. Nice transition back to the XO's office, or the captain's office, the ready room. All hands.
Captain
Okay.
Solano should be here momentarily. You'll have to forgive me, I don't know much about Kobleons.
Kobleons.
My understanding is you need a steady supply of duridium to keep your cell structure stabilized, or bad things start to happen. And we have plenty of duridium in sickbay, so there's no risk of running out.
Thank you.
Feel free to make yourself at home. And help yourself to whatever you like from the replicator.
Just watching the view and the storm. Fixing my hair. Okay, so I can do whatever I want here. Library Computer Access and Retrieval System, LACARS. USS Resolute, NCC 92317. Alright, that doesn't look interactable. Let's take a look at the captain's collection of geodes and stuff and diplomas. Starfleet
I
Academy.
believe he keeps this around. Don't even know where mine is.
Oh, that's sad.
Jara Rydek. Last time I saw you, it was graduation from the Academy. You'd already secured one of the most prestigious assignments possible. And you were burning with enough ambition to fuel 7 trips around the Necrit Expanse.
It's good to see you again, Captain.
I could not be happier to have you on the Resolute. The regret is that we couldn't provide you with a warmer welcome. The arrival of the first officer to her new ship deserves a bit of fanfare.
Does it?
But, unfortunately, we've had our hands full with the refit.
Let's just get to work.
You can spare me the pomp and circumstance. There's plenty of work to be done without all that.
You always had a work ethic like nothing I'd ever seen. That's just what this ship needs at the moment. As I'm sure you've heard, we've had a rough go of it these last 6 months. The ship suffered some damage, but not nearly as much as the crew.
The accident, it was a malfunction.
I heard that you had an equipment malfunction.
Is that what they're calling it? No, that's just someone being generous. If anything, it was a leadership malfunction. We were on the verge of a major scientific breakthrough. A quantum leap forward in warp core technology. 10,000 teradynes per second. The ability to travel at a sustained rate of speed longer and faster than we ever dreamed.
That'd be cool.
What would have been the crowning achievement of my career. Right there. Within our grasp.
Ambition.
Until it all went so horribly wrong. We pushed her too hard, and a warp core malfunction overloaded the system, creating a pressure gradient way beyond what the ship can handle. It was heartbreaking. We lost some of our best people. As captain, I have to take full responsibility. It was my decision to make, and I have to live with the consequences.
You aren't to blame. I think so.
You're being too hard on yourself. It wasn't your fault.
It's not a question of blame. It's about responsibility. No matter what the circumstances. In my defense, I will say I might have avoided the whole ordeal if my senior staff had been willing to trust me. There was a lot of pushback from my former XO, and I think that cost me his confidence.
Expectations.
I don't want you to pull any punches. Certainly not on my account. But once we decide on the course of action, I need everyone to fully commit to the mission.
Disagree and commit.
Anything short of that just won't work. And
You can
that's
rely
when
on me.
things start to go sideways.
This is your ship, and you are the captain.
Fair enough.
So as far as I'm concerned, whatever you say, goes.
That's the kind of support I'm looking for. Look, I'll be blunt. We can't afford another mistake. Or at least, I can't. I feel like my career is hanging in the balance here. We need a win. Something to restore the crew's confidence.
I understand.
On a positive note, Starfleet has tasked us with what they're calling a mission of the highest priority. Escorting a senior diplomat to Hotari space.
Hatari.
Previously peaceful and otherwise non-aggressive civilizations now find themselves on the brink of all-out war.
So it's a peacekeeping mission.
I see it as a golden opportunity to not only prove what the Resolute and her crew are truly capable of, but also a mission for which we're uniquely qualified. This ionic storm. Our long-range sensors suggest it's several orders of magnitude stronger than anything on record. A total anomaly like nothing we've seen before. And you'll never guess where it leads.
Hatari.
Exactly. very nearly in the precise location where we're headed. Where I imagine interference will be exponentially greater. But the diplomat will brief us on the details of the rendezvous.
But are we prepared to embark on the mission?
As much as I'd like to think that's true, I have my doubts. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I expect we'll have some rough sledding when we arrive, so I need you to prepare the crew for the worst. There's just one more thing I want to clarify up front. The metric that for me will be the ultimate measure of your success.
All right.
If after serving as my first officer, you don't one day find yourself with a ship of your own, then I will consider it my personal failure. When that might happen is entirely up to you. But it goes without saying, you have my full support.
I would be honored.
It's been a dream of mine since before I can remember. So I would be honored to become a captain someday.
As long as you're willing to do the work, you have my promise. I'll do everything in my power to see that it happens.
Thank you.
Come, let me introduce you to the crew.
All right, now I'm in control again. Oh, that must have been his like side office, and here's the bridge. That's a cute little bridge.
Everyone,
We have a kitty cam. Let me go to here. Kitty cam. This cat's name is Jean-Luc Picard. Can you guess who he's named after? He's gonna sit on my lap. Yes. Jean-Luc Picard is named after Jean-Luc Picard. And that's real. Okay, so Captain Solano was encouraged by Jara's pragmatism and respect after their first meeting. Cool. And then Carter. Miranda couldn't help but feel some chemistry with Carter after their playful banter when she first arrived aboard the Resolute. Maybe Miranda has the hots for Carter. We'll see. Lieutenant Commander Chovak found Carter to be respectful and responsible when he and Edsalar were almost late in main engineering. Almost late is not late, but it is late.
I'd like to introduce Commander Jara Rydek, our new first officer. Some quick introductions. This is Lieutenant Handar, our helmsman, one of the best in the business.
One of?
Well, what he lacks in humility more than makes up for in ability.
A
Pleasure
Bajoran.
to meet you, Commander.
Likewise.
Next, we have Commander Westbrook, our Chief Science Officer. I've come to rely on his expert counsel on a regular basis.
Pleasure.
Commander Rydek, it is such an honor to meet you.
This is our tactical officer, Lieutenant Bedrosian, who's been looking forward to meeting you for about as long as I can remember.
I've been following your career for quite some time, and I look forward to learning as much as I can from you.
Keep it professional.
If anything, the honor is mine.
Well, I have to admit, one of the reasons I've followed your career is because you're part Kobliad, because of what you've overcome. Starfleet stands up for people who can't defend themselves.
What have I overcome?
We're one of those people once.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to switch it back after the cat cam.
But since then, you've done so much to protect others who need it. I really
Yeah, there we go.
admire that. So, you've been something of an inspiration to me.
Thank you
Not
for the
that I've done
reminder.
Anything close to what you've done, but you definitely set a standard to strive for.
That's very kind of you to say, but enough about me. We have a lot of work to do.
Oh, yes, of course.
And then, of course, you've already met Commander Irma. Please do everything you can to make Commander Rydek feel at home here. I'll be on the starbase. I have an urgent meeting with the starbase commander to get our authorization to get underway. If they drag their feet any longer, we won't make our rendezvous. The bridge is yours.
Nice. We got this. Sit in captain's chair when ready.
Operations. Staffing, supplies. There's a lot to keep track of on a starship. Good thing we have Commander Ermont. Tactical station. Hopefully a diplomatic mission won't require we use our weapons much. But if it comes to that, we'll be ready.
I guess this is her thinking. Doesn't seem to be saying it out loud. I'm just looking over everyone's shoulder, checking out. This seems to be engineering, and there's some science stuff.
Science station. The Resolute is a science vessel, primarily. Might explain Commander Westbrook's attitude. I'll have to speak with him later. The helm. The Resolute is a refitted Centaur class, meaning it's capable of quick maneuvers. Can't wait to see what she can do.
Tactical holo.
Tactical holo dais. Just like they've got on the Excelsior.
That's cool. Alright, this is the captain's chair. Begin command. I'm going to do that in just a minute. What I'm going to do is mess with my OBS settings here for a second and talk to chat. Ivrain says, I love that the wood paneling is still a thing, especially with the arch shape behind the captain's chair. Yeah, exactly. This arch is beautiful. Okay. So I'm going to try to do game capture. And we're going to capture Star Trek game, Star Trek Resurgence. And then we're going to put it where it needs to be. And then turn off the other screen. And we'll transition. This should make it a little bit less flickery. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Let's do it.
Commander, Chief Engineer Chovak needs to lower the structural integrity field. He's sent a crew out to recalibrate the emitters in response to the danger posed by the storm. We just need your go-ahead.
Permission granted.
Lowering structural integrity field, now.
Entering maintenance mode. Condition blue.
Condition blue. Blue alert. And we're back.
The storm is getting worse.
Looks like they turned off the SIF.
Great. Let's get to that emitter.
It must be exhausting walking in these mag boots.
Every time we're out here, I half expect to see her in pieces again.
She's still got some scars on her. It adds character.
When I joined Starfleet, all I wanted was a ride out of town. But this isn't exactly how I pictured it.
On the outside of the ship?
No. Sometimes it feels like we're just part of the machinery. Don't you want more than that? I mean, Starfleet is noble and all, but it's still a machine. A massive, massive
I am more
machine.
than that.
I am more than that. And so are you. You wanted to get away. I enlisted because I didn't want to wait years just to get out and see the galaxy. I wanted to go somewhere. See new worlds. Look up at a sky no one's ever seen before. Just because I'm cranking a hyperspanner up in a Jeffries tube today doesn't mean that's all I'll ever be. Diaz to Commander Chovak. We are at the Sif emitter.
Acknowledged. You may proceed with the recalibration.
Alright, we're gonna do some science engineering stuff here. Equipment case. Open that. Calibration tool. I thought that was an ODN something. Tune the nodes to center the circular indicators. Oh, okay.
Careful. Too much action and harmonics will deflect the alignment.
Okay, I'm
Light
trying
touch, Carter.
tune node. Trying to figure out this game. Okay, okay. Oh, okay. Close enough?
Looks good. That wasn't so hard.
Took a second for me to figure it out. ODN recalibrator. Yeah. Science!
Commander Westbrook, right? Chief Science Officer.
You remembered my name and my rank. Impressive. Yes, I am the Chief Science Officer, and I have the dubious honor of being the most senior officer on this bridge. I know this ship inside and out. Better than just about anyone.
So you're useful. That's impressive.
What a very impressive list of credentials.
This is a research and discovery ship, first and foremost. Now with a former tactical officer as its new first officer. I'm curious, though. A Kobliad, or half in your case, is an odd choice for first officer.
Rude.
Given your vulnerable condition and all.
Jeez.
But if, as an example, we found ourselves in a hostile situation, and you were suddenly incapacitated because you needed an infusion, what would happen then?
Hey now. Don't be speaking bad of infusions. I need infusions all the time.
Leave Captain Solano without an XO. Granted, that would be a worst-case scenario, but not outside the realm of possibility.
In my entire career, it's never been an issue, or caused the slightest problem. And I don't expect this to be any different.
I was just curious, that's all.
A little bit of prejudice going on.
Listen, can I be blunt, Commander?
I see no reason to stop now.
Commander Sutherland, your predecessor, was one of the best first officers in all of Starfleet. His record was impeccable and his reputation was without equal. I mean no disrespect, but the shoes you're stepping into are almost impossible to fill.
Remind me to call some stream bingo after this scene.
He was one of my closest friends. So I can only hope that you'll live up to expectations.
I don't think I could ever replace Commander Sutherland. And it would be a mistake to even try.
Seeing as Captain Solano is on the starbase, let me give you an update on this ion storm we're flying into. It's unusual, unlike anything I've ever seen. At the moment, I can't tell you if the Resolute will shrug it off or if we're putting ourselves at risk. However, if we learn more about its patterns, its nature, we can come up with a scientific countermeasure. Just a moment.
Red light's flashing.
We've got a massive energy wave inbound. On screen.
Tracing its trajectory.
Starbase docking clamps are holding.
The storm's emissions are fluctuating, coming in waves. And if my projections are right, we're about to get hit by a wide-band burst of ionic energy. Like a tsunami.
That's not good.
Reading power abnormalities.
Red alert emojis. Give me some red alert emojis.
Red alert.
Aye.
Yes!
Evacuating
Perfect.
the gangway and retracting.
Putting sensor
Thank you for that,
visualization on
redeem.
With the structural integrity field shut down, we can't take a direct hit.
Time to impact. 1 minute.
Shield systems are severely impacted. We have limited protection.
I need every available solution. What are our options?
We can weaken the impact of the storm with a deflector pulse.
There's a better way.
I'm sending all auxiliary power to the deflector dish.
Send the aux power to the shield. We can't reactivate the entire shield bubble, but it's a directional threat. So we can orient all we have towards the wave. You have to believe me.
We only get one shot at this. We can't afford to get it wrong.
I'm gonna go with the
That's
deflector
right,
pulse.
Which is why we need to send power to our shields.
Commander Westbrook, use the deflector dish.
Already working on it. Optimal timing displayed. It's going to be tight.
Good. Send the pulse on my command.
Oh, shit.
Now.
I missed it. I was looking at chat. Sorry. Alright. Let me see. I need to call some bingo things because we are... Let's see. I'll call a couple numbers. Call a random number. 1. Call a couple more. Alright. And the bingo sheet. Are you on mobile or are you on desktop? That will determine how you find the bingo sheet. On desktop, if you mouse over the stream, it'll pop up 2 different little things. One is closed captions, and the other is stream bounty, and that's the stream bingo. So click on stream bounty, and then click join game, and then you can play bingo with us. And then whoever gets bingo gets points on the leaderboard, and it's fun. Someone has bingo. Ah, you already have bingo. Yay! Congrats on that bingo. That would be you. Yes, it would be. Congrats on that, and we had the celebration on stream and everything. That's awesome. Okie doke. Well, while we're here, Lieutenant Bedrosian, the tactical officer, was discouraged when Jara chose not to follow her advice and raise the shields, but Commander Westbrook couldn't help but notice Jara's professionalism and diplomatic acumen when they first met on the bridge, despite his efforts to provoke her. He was, however, pleased she heeded his advice and used the deflector pulse. Even though I screwed up the deflector pulse timing. Whoops. Yes, congrats. And we'll call some more bingo in a little bit. I think that I've read these already, so let's resume.
Got it. This is it.
All hands, brace for impact.
That's not good. Ooh.
We have experienced a surge of radiation.
Oh, you don't say.
This radiation supercharged the plasma, forcing it to backflush through the system and creating a dangerous imbalance.
Blow out every primary system on the ship.
Just tell us where you need us.
I need you to traverse the hull to the access port to recalibrate the port nacelle plasma regulator.
All right. We
Reach
traverse
the first access point.
Understood. Do you see the override for the level 1 failsafe circuits?
Affirmative.
Engage the override. It should allow us to stop the EPS flow to the warp engine without triggering an automatic core shutdown.
Okay, this is fun.
Failsafe override engaged.
Are you sure? I am registering some crosstalk in the bypass circuit.
We need to route the signals so they don't interfere with each other.
Yeah, route those signals. Isn't it great just like swapping around isolinear chips will fix everything. It reverses the polarity. It reroutes the plasma conduits. It's great. Great. Okay, I was gonna look at something here for a second. Stream bounty. Let's call a random number and try to get some more bingo winners. Who's gonna be second place? And I'll call one more. And feel free to call them yourself with point redeems, or we can... Yep, exactly, like that. Okay. Back to the game here in just a second. I'm checking a few things. Oh, I had a question from one of my other chats, so give me 1 second to reply to that chat. This and this. Go to my channel. Okay. And we are back. Just let me know if you're looking for some more bingo, when the scenes change, things like that.
Resolute. The failsafes are temporarily disabled. Moving on to the EPS regulator.
Heads up, Carter.
What is that?
One of the discharges coalesced.
That's not good.
Right toward us. I'm gonna try to disrupt it with my phaser.
Alright, right click. That'll do it.
So we gotta climb up the pylon. Not that there's really an up, but, you know.
Use my phaser to clear a path, okay. Good thing we can just phaser the shit out of these.
We're
Fun.
almost to the regulator.
slow walking it.
We're at the regulator. Opening the access panel.
Now halting the EPS flow to the port nacelle. We have little time before it causes an overload in the engine. You must work efficiently.
All right, already. Okay.
EPS manifold adjusters reset to neutral.
Okay, let's... There we go.
EPS lines to the port warp engine are back in balance. Almost done. Once I cycle the manifold nozzles, Chovok can...
Uh-oh. Yikes. That's one of the docking clamps. Duck.
DS to bridge. We just lost the docking clamp.
Red alert again.
We've got a lot of debris coming down. Hull vibrations, too. We can't finish the EPS regulation in these conditions. Please advise.
We have to release this ship from that other docking clamp or the hull will be ripped apart.
There's a problem. The clamps are supposed to disengage automatically in an emergency, but it's not working.
Not working.
What are our options?
The docking clamps are fitted with exploding bolts for an emergency release.
We've got crew out there. That'd be like setting off a bomb next to them.
Maybe there's another way.
Starbase is hailing us.
Put him through.
Resolute, the remaining mooring arm is failing. You need to disengage from the starbase now. The damage to the station will be catastrophic.
We're exploring
The
options.
docking clamp isn't functioning. We're exploring our options.
Option is to detonate the emergency release.
Commander, hear me out. Reverse the polarity of the hull, which theoretically will repel the docking clamps.
And repel the engineering crew right off the hull into the storm.
That's not good.
Captain Solano, put me on screen.
Go ahead. Captain, we have a situation.
Commander, what are you doing? Blow the bolts on the docking clamp.
The captain doesn't know the whole story.
I'm giving you an order. Chara?
Yes, sir.
We gotta do it.
Clamps.
They're gonna get hammered with debris out there.
The captain made himself quite clear.
Reverse the polarity.
Blow the bolts.
There is protocol.
And there are lives.
We're going to blow the bolts. Starbase, stand by. We'll warn our crew to take cover.
Get it done, Rydek.
Repair crew, this is Acting Captain Jara Rydek. Be advised, you have more micro debris incoming. Find cover.
Cover? Neely, get under the access panel. It's armored with duranium.
But what about you?
There's another access panel.
Maybe we could both fit behind this. They've blown the other docking clamp. Hurry!
She's got my back.
Plasma imbalance is reaching critical condition. We are moments from primary system failure.
I got it.
Come on, come on. Let's get this. Okay, I gotta aim it there. Good. Such drama.
Look out!
Oh. Grab her.
I got you.
Oh, she doesn't look good.
Edsolar's hurt and unconscious. I'm gonna have to tow her back to the airlock.
Mr. Diaz, the situation has changed. You are at risk of triggering a substantial electromagnetic arc if you approach the main hull the way you came.
But Commander, the way we came is the nearest airlock.
There is an auxiliary hatch near you on the far end of the pylon. You must bring Miss Edsolar there to access the interior.
Roger that. Going there now.
Oh. Okay, so we're walking. Can't look around very much. Alright, there we go.
I'm at the auxiliary hatch.
You go first.
What?
Let me save your neck this time.
No time to argue.
No time to fight me on this. Get in there.
You better be right behind me.
Ah, that's not good. Yikes. Alright. I got a thing. Okay. And let me go ahead and call some more bingo while we're going. Let's see. I was surprised by the character getting stunned. I forgot to call Pet on stream earlier. And viewer did play a sound. And then I'll call some random. Does that give us anyone else has a bingo? Let's see. Just checking in on everyone's. Jar seemed willing to follow the captain's orders without trying to explain the situation. She was disappointed when Jar called Solano's orders and put the crew on the hull at risk. Well, there's other crew that's always at risk. It's trouble when Jar seemed unwilling to. I can't make everyone happy. She was surprised. Okay. What happened? We'll find out.
We're in.
safe. Bringing the SIF fully online.
Do it.
Alright, the structural integrity field is critical. Still no bingo. How many do you need? The price of duty.
Carter!
I'm okay. But that's a lot.
Here, let me help you.
Oof.
Medical. We've got one wounded at my location. Millie.
Oh, man.
It's gonna be a cool looking scar.
See you at sick bay.
This game's got some replay values, some of the decisions you can't go back on.
Status report.
The repair crew made it inside. EPS flow is back to nominal levels. The SIF is back up.
How does this affect mission readiness, Mr. Hermot?
The Resolute suffered damage from the exploding bolts. But we've successfully moored to the station. The ship is secure. Our systems are coming back online, but we have a fair amount of repairs before we're ready to go.
Put a halt on the roll-off of Starbase engineering staff. We have a schedule to keep. Send updates to my ready room. Commander Rydek, with me.
Alright. Let's hear it.
What a debacle. I was caught with my pants down. Not even on my own ship when the wave hit. I had to go running out of the Starbase commander's office just to... But you followed my order. I appreciate that. Hell, I'm relieved.
I did it because it was the right thing to do at the time. It's protocol for a reason.
That doesn't make this better, Jara.
Oh shit.
But you see my...
Alright. When the little icon in the corner pops up, that means there's something... some update in this menu.
Problem, don't you? They were all against me on that bridge. They were ready to go against my orders. I'm not blind to it.
If there are any problems, I'll keep them in line.
At least
Got
I
it.
can count on you.
Sucking up to the captain.
Oh. Drink?
No. Thank you.
No drink for me.
Your predecessor, Commander Sutherland, is missed. But for all the adoration of the crew, including the senior staff, I just couldn't rely on him. He would question, undermine me in front of the crew. I sometimes think they still hear his voice. That sort of thing is a way of lingering.
Fresh
Can't
start.
argue with a ghost.
Captain, perhaps you and the crew would be better served if you look at this mission as a fresh start.
Evrain, thank you for hanging out with me. Feel free to use the lurk command if you need to lurk, but thank you, and I'll talk with you soon. We'll see you in the next stream. I'm not actually lurking, I'm just demonstrating the command. And congrats again on that bingo. Good job, you're at the top of the leaderboard now. And let me go ahead and call a couple more. Thank you, Cozy Ophi, for wishing Evrain a happy night. 12 bingo events called. All right. Any bingos? It's adding up. Nope, no bingos. Okay. Are you close? Nope. All right. Well, let's continue, and I'll call some more bingo.
Really leave the past behind.
If we don't, you can never move forward.
Now, this won't be easy, but I'm glad I have you here with me.
I like how the captain kind of opens up
And despite it all, we've got
in
our
private.
final Starfleet clearance to depart. So if you'll fetch Mr. Ermot, we'll knock out the final details of any outstanding repairs, and we'll set out for Hotari.
Yes, sir.
I'm liking this game so far.
Ready or not, here we go.
And the ship's barely operational. All I ask is a tall ship. Oh, they don't like her.
All departments reporting full mission readiness. We've got our full complement on board.
This is my favorite moment, right now.
The start of a new mission is always full of possibility.
The Orion Syndicate could sell it as a drug.
Don't let the Admiralty hear you say that.
Yeah, what's up with the Orion Syndicate stuff?
Sit, everyone. You all know, I'm not big on speeches. We're embarking on the first mission since our refit. Let's make it a good one. Disengage docking clamps.
Docking clamps released.
Thrusters ahead, Mr. Handar.
Ah, isn't this beautiful? And the soundtrack. Mixing the music from different eras here. You need a 36. Okay. Let's see if we can give you a 36. Not yet. Here goes the Resolute. Oh, look at this transition.
The Hotari system. Prepare to go to Warp 8.
Aye, Captain.
You know what? You take this one.
Me?
Engage.
Engage.
Barely pulled away from the starbase.
Simple, but effective.
I liked it.
Whoa. Careful.
Thank you. I'm fine. Really,
You don't look fine.
Uh-oh, my ring. It's glowing.
I have to get to sickbay.
Go.
Commander, help me get her inside.
Oof. That's not good. It looks like we got our infusion.
Well, that was quite a scare. A few minutes more and it would have been one of the shortest tenures on record for a first officer.
Is that the engineer that was out on the hull?
That storm did a real number on her, but she'll live. Just needs rest. You should worry about yourself. Your duridium levels got dangerously low and destabilized your cell structure.
This is definitely one of the more memorable first days I can think of.
My name is Dr. Aram Duval, Chief Medical Officer. To be honest, I've never met a Kobliad before. You're
rare. I know.
I was going to say special.
Special.
People's numbers have dwindled, despite the Federation's efforts to find a more readily available alternative to the duridium you need to survive. Yet you joined Starfleet and managed to thrive. I imagine the responsibility must be overwhelming. Maybe even a burden at times.
I know what it means. And I know the responsibility that comes with it. But I can't be anything more than who I am. And if someone has a problem with that, or expects something else, then that's their problem, not mine.
That's exactly right. And don't worry, I won't treat you like a science experiment. I just do the science and leave the experiments to Solano.
You don't agree with his methods?
I don't agree with his definition of acceptable risks. Not when the lives of your crew are at stake. My professional opinion is that the accident took a toll. More than he's willing to admit. He's overstressed, operating in the pressure cooker of his own mind. Which is never a good headspace when the lives of your crew
I like this. This is kind of like watching a movie together. It's a little bit interactive.
Further away from the thing he's been chasing his entire career. Breakthrough discovery. A major innovation. Something he can put his name on. The more the time passes and the further out of reach it gets, the more risk he'll be willing to take.
Learned his lesson. Won't let that happen. No risk, no reward.
Their own ambition. I've seen it happen before.
I think after what happened, Captain Solano's learned his lesson. And whatever ambition he once had is on hold for a while.
He may say that, but we'll see what happens. I have to admit, I was concerned when I heard what happened on the bridge. You just followed Solano's orders despite having better options in front of you.
Huh. I guess word travels fast around here.
It's a small ship. And everyone's curious about the new XO. Fortunately, your cell structure's almost completely stabilized. And I'll spare us both the lecture, but I do feel it's my responsibility to remind you, without regular infusions of duridium, you will not live. It's as simple as that.
Understood.
Then, my work here is done.
All right, infusion.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be lurking outside of sickbay. I didn't want to intrude, so it felt more appropriate to wait out here. We were all worried about you. Or I should say I was. I wasn't sure what was happening at first. But then I realized it was your condition.
I'm feeling much better. Thank you. It's just part of who I am.
Well, being a jerk sometimes is part of who I am. So, I'm sorry for that. You trusted my intuition earlier, with the deflector pulse. I felt I should thank you for that.
Well, thank you for coming. Even though you didn't have to.
I wanted to.
Well, that was nice. Alright, I saw some updates in here. The crisis at Space Dock. Commander Westbrook felt ashamed of his behavior and was impressed by Jara's strength when he saw her outside of sickbay. Nice. Oh, and the doctor. Realize you're thinking independently, then following the Captain Solano's every order. Well, like I said, we can't can't make everyone happy. Super fun tonight. Yes. I think so. Let's see if we can get you a 36. There's a 6. Now we just need a couple more. There's a 37. We're getting closer. There's a 15. I'll call one more. And a 5. All right, I guess you have to stick around. Oh, that's cool. The console goes down into the bay.
Complete the diagnostic sequence, and this shuttle will be cleared for service.
Yes, sir.
The storm in the Hotari region will interfere with our transporters, so we need all available shuttle craft in working order.
Excuse me, Commander Chobok.
Petty Officer Maris, I will leave you to your work.
Yeah, at work.
I stopped by sickbay and saw Millie. I figured you'd want to know.
It's my fault she's in there. I should have made her go first.
Maybe, but I wouldn't want to see you hurt like that any more than her. Dr. Duval said she'll be back on duty soon, though.
Come on. I have to run the final diagnostic.
The Melville.
I can't stay long. I've got a long to-do list before we get to Hotari, and things are piling on faster than I can check them off.
You got a different line? Okay.
We're making all our last-minute checks and security, too. Tactical and security are short-staffed.
Now, we'll just have to take things as they come. Control what we can, and roll with the punches.
Next thing you're gonna tell me you're listening to Andorian jazz.
Yeah, Andorian jazz.
The point is, the right
Can we
time
get
might...
Can we get some GigaChat emojis? GigaChat emojis in the chat? Is GigaChat is Andorian. There we go.
ever come. So, I'm just gonna roll with it. I had a chance to think about this while I was away. Then you and Millie almost got killed out on the hull. And I thought it was important that I just come out and tell you. Instead of tiptoeing around it. Or worse.
Now, this is just a guess, but you like me. Is that what this is?
I'm confident.
How'd you know? Must have been pretty obvious. Which is funny because kind of came out of nowhere for me at first.
Well, I'm just a really good guesser. Any of my teachers growing up could have told you that.
So, you figured it out. And I'll just cut to the chase. We've been really good friends for a long time.
Good friends.
I want to see if there's more between us than just being friends.
Are you sure about this?
They're my feelings. Of course I'm sure. I know what I'm asking, which is why I'm being direct.
That's nice.
I like you, Carter.
Love the directness.
And I think there could be something more for us. So...
What do you say? Let's give it a try.
I like you too, Miranda. And I'd like to see where this goes.
Good.
These are uncharted territories.
I'd call it a chemistry experiment. You know, with us.
We can take it slow. It's not a 5-year mission or anything, but we've got plenty of time together.
Well, let's not drag our feet on it.
Level 1 diagnostic complete.
I have to get back to that to-do list. They're probably looking for me.
Can't blame him.
Flirty, flirty.
I'll be seeing you.
The face. Alright, let me see what it says about Petty Officer Maris. Miranda was thrilled to learn Carter's feelings for her tend toward the romantic, and she looks forward to seeing where this relationship might go. And we gotta patch things up with Edsalar. And that was a scene, so I'm gonna call a couple numbers. There's a 19 for you. There's a 36. Anyone needed a 36? Who needed a 36? Oh, you already won without it on a different line. Oh, okay. I didn't see, Did you push the bingo button? Because it should do an alert, but... Oh, I see it on the console, too. I'm learning how it works. I'm a starship captain, but I don't know how to do bingo like other people do bingos. I'm trying to figure it out. That's okay. I just missed it. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see how do I tell how many people are in the game? Well, I'm in the game, but I think it's just you two. So let me go ahead and call all the events. Three players already in the game. Okay, so if you needed bingo, now's your chance. You can grab a bingo card from the little panel over here. Little panel over here. On this side of the screen. Just above the options on the side. Or if you're on mobile, you can grab it from somewhere down here. That side. There's an option there. But let's go ahead and cast adrift.
Approaching the rendezvous point outside Atari space.
Helm, bring us out of warp.
Dropping to impulse.
Oh.
Ionic interference surging, Captain. Shield integrity holding.
We can take it.
We are at the correct coordinates to meet the shuttle.
Commander Rydek, find us our diplomat, if you will.
Aye, Captain. Let's reduce the noise. Filter out environmental signals. I can manually tune what's left for Federation signal types.
Just spin the mouse. Oh no.
I've located the shuttle.
Opening comms.
On screen.
Shuttle to Resolute. Shuttle to Resolute. Debris field. Lost maneuvering. Losing.
I can't get it any clearer.
We won't get a transporter lock. It's just not happening.
Power up the tractor beam. We'll pull them directly into the docking bay.
Diaz, you good to run the tractor emitter?
Yes, sir.
Come on.
All right, let's do the tractor beam.
First thing, lock onto the shuttle and stabilize the rotation.
Okay, mouse movement over here, stabilize shuttlecraft. All right. That's pretty cool. but there's
We're pulling in
asteroids.
debris.
I'm on it.
This is fun. Something else.
That's gonna take out the shuttle. There's the bridge. There's a large piece of debris headed for the shuttle. The tractor beam can't handle it.
Can our shields take it?
I believe so.
Commander Rydick, plot an intercept course.
On it.
Okay, plot intercept course. Okay.
Here we go. Maneuver
Simple
thrusters
enough.
bearing 53 Mark 17,
Phantom
200
Feast! Hello! Hi, Phantom Feast. We got all my favorite people here. And you found my new emotes. Thank you for using those emotes. This is awesome. I'm gonna, let's see. Anyone in the chat who's a streamer, go ahead and give me some emotes and I'll do a shout out for you. And tell me what you stream. If you're so this is the streamer shout out time. You just woke up from a crash nap? Awesome. Well, we are playing Star Trek Resurgence, and I hope you had a good stream earlier. I know that you were on. We're just playing this game. Let me go ahead and here. Playing this game. And it's the first time I'm playing through it. I got it today. And I want to do some shout-outs. So let's see. Who wants a shout-out? I need to make some music for the hold screens because the pause screen is no music for some reason. Just woke up from a crash nap. Well, I hope you had a good nap. I'm going to go ahead and shout out Cozy Ophi, who I know was streaming earlier. And I know that the Phantom Feast was streaming earlier. All fun. All right. And then tell us about your streams. This is your chance to self-promote. Phantom Feast says, I'm cooking and eating my way through Persona 5 Royale and Persona 4 Golden, and moonlighting as Death Stranding 2 streamer. Okay. Planning a Palea collab with Cozy Ophi tomorrow. Nice. And everything is gluten-free because you have celiac. Well, thank you for sharing about that. I found an interesting overlap with the one of the main characters, Jara, is hold on, Chewie, come here. Let's see if we can get a dog cam. Come here. What are you barking for? Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hi, buddy. Hi. All right. Well, the background removal removed the dog. Sorry, but we'll call that a stream thing. Phantom Feast, we are doing stream bingo now here. And so if you want to get on that before I end the game, I'm about to end the game, and I already called all the events, so you'll get an automatic bingo if you like. I'll go ahead and allow you to do that. But Jara, something dubloid, I don't remember. But the is half human, half dubloid. Dobloid? I'll have to look it up. Let me see. Phantom Feast is a winner! Yay! Look at the fireworks down there! Awesome. And with that, I'm going to end the current game and start a new one. We are going to do the regular game. Let's see, create game. Last winners we had Ivrain, Cozy Ophi, and Phantom Feast. Where's the yeah, okay, so I want to turn this on. And then I don't want to do that one. Okay, so 25 events, 50 balls. New game just started. My overlay is so good. For a second, you thought I had a matching chair. Well, thank you. Thank you. I do have a chair. You can kind of see it right there. But we are on a starship flying on a long-haul cruise through the stars. And while we're on this cruise, I, as Captain Jamie-Leigh, am streaming video games and Star Trek Adventures. So on Saturdays, we're going to be playing Star Trek Adventures at 11:30 a.m. And that's going to be the main event is Saturday. So if you're not already a follower, please do follow. I'll go ahead and call a couple of random numbers just to get us started. What I've been doing is calling a couple numbers every time there's a scene transition in the game. With, not till, typing is hard, yes. And Cozy Ophi is describing the stream. I'm all things cozy gaming and obsessed with Palia right now, but also other cozy games and lifestyle content. Collab tomorrow with the Phantom Feast. Yay. Awesome. Well, let's get back to the game, and we can see...
On an intercept course.
We can see what happens. Ooh, just crushed it.
Whoa. Someone's working hard on the bridge.
Indeed. All right, let's bring the shuttle in. Okay. We've got a diplomat on this shuttle. And we just rescued them, so that's pretty cool. And these are enlisted crewmen.
We got the shuttlecraft on board.
Good job. We're on our way down to meet them.
Oh. I need to switch my screen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that cool thing. I wish I could go back. But we got this reveal.
Terra firma, so to speak.
It's Ambassador Spock.
The captain will be right down to meet you, sir.
In that case, I will wait for him here.
What do we get to say to Ambassador Spock? Welcome aboard. Sorry for the rough landing. Welcome aboard.
Well, let me be the first to say, welcome to the Resolute, Ambassador.
Thank you, Petty Officer...
Carter? Carter Diaz. Sir.
I am pleased to meet you,
Yes.
Petty Officer Carter Diaz.
Vulcan emotes in the chat for Ambassador Spock. This is the perfect time for lots of spammy Vulcan emotes.
It appears I have you to thank for my safe arrival. Your assistance arrived not a moment too soon, if I may say so.
All in a day's work, Ambassador. This is what I'm here for.
Quite dutifully.
Quite dutifully.
We thought we were prepared for our arrival in Hotari space.
Did we impress Spock?
It was evident my craft was not
Let's impress Spock.
Such intense ionic activity.
The storm has been pretty intense.
There was an element that was most unusual. Before you came to our aid, our maneuvering thrusters and impulse engines were rendered inoperable. So we attempted a short traversal at warp speed, only to find that we could not achieve warp at all, even though our diagnostics computer showed no faults or anomalies. What do you make of that? When all indications say that warp speed is possible, but in practice, we find it is not.
Well, this storm is one of the strangest phenomena we've ever encountered. It's disrupted other systems. Who knows what it might do to a warp drive?
Yes, it would seem further investigation is called for.
Take readings, run some additional diagnostic checks.
Yeah, we're gonna fix this.
Quite logical, Petty Officer Diaz. Thank you.
Hi, Spock almost smiled.
Excuse me.
I'm honored to have you aboard. I'd like to get right to it. We're already behind.
Okay, so let's check. What does Spock... Oh, that's awesome. We get a Spock one for Carter, who is a lower decks crewman. Ambassador Spock was impressed by Carter's skilled use of the tractor beam to rescue his shuttle, and he was struck by Carter's modesty and work ethic. Quite logical. And we're still going to meet someone else. Probably a bunch of people. A provocation to war. I love these scene transitions. I'm going to call some numbers because we just got a scene transition. Let's call 3 numbers for this time. Hi, Ophi. Keep having to restart the browser tonight for some reason. Oh, what did you miss? Well, Cozy Ophi, tell me the last thing that you heard in the story, and I'll catch you up. We did just meet Ambassador Spock. Did you see that? Ambassador Spock is here on our ship on the Resolute. That's exciting. We knew that we were meeting a diplomat, but we didn't know it was going to be Spock. We need some. So you didn't see that? Not sure. Been working so in and out. Well, I appreciate you being here and hanging out. I did start a new game of bingo. If you would like to join the game. You didn't see Spock, though. Well, I'll show you on this screen. There's Ambassador Spock. Yay! Can we get some Vulcan emotes in the chat? Live long and prosper, everyone. So, I'll go back a little bit further then. The Resolute left warp at the proper coordinates to rendezvous with the shuttle with the diplomat. And there was a debris field and ionic storm activity, and the shuttle was adrift in the debris field with no maneuvering and no thrusters or anything. And so we had to rescue them with a tractor beam. We used the tractor beam to pull them in, but there were also asteroids. And so the ship knocked away some of the asteroids with the tractor beam and then plotted an intercept course and just smashed right through one of the other asteroids. It was pretty awesome. Thank you for the Vulcan emotes in the chat. All right, we're going to continue here. I'll give you another number here. There's a 38. Zooming on in. And love the wood panel things on the walls. Those are classic.
My senior staff.
Spock nods.
It's not every day that a captain gets to welcome a Starfleet legend aboard.
You flatter me, Captain Solano. But legend implies the past tense, whereas I am very much focused on our present circumstances.
I didn't mean to suggest you were stuck in the past. You're right, Ambassador. Not the most diplomatic choice of words.
Your experience comes from the past. But our present situation calls for it.
True enough.
We were hoping you
Good
could fill us in
fix.
on details. We got the basics from Starfleet. Two formerly peaceful neighbors are now on the brink of war.
Indeed. And the tension between them grows fiercer by the hour.
Whoa, okay. Mission briefing time.
Lydia and Hotari. Illydians are the more advanced species. They made first contact with the Hotari over a century ago. This is Tau, the Hotari moon.
Tau.
It's rich in dilithium, and for decades, the Hotari and the Illydians have shared a mining operation there. The Illydians provide the technological resources, while the Hotari have served as the labor force. The stability of that arrangement was the source of their peace, until recently. The Hotari have suddenly and forcefully seized control of the mining operations and expelled the Illydians from their system.
The camera's moving all around. It's like working overtime to get everyone's reactions. It's pretty awesome. Someone in the game studio that made this worked extra hard on this scene.
That is the official story, as told by the Hotari when they requested Federation mediation. But the details remain scant. Communications between all parties have been limited by the ionic interference.
What are the Hotari defensive capabilities? Do they stand a chance to hold on to the mines now that they've taken them?
It is unlikely the relatively primitive Hotari forces would prevail against the Lydian fleet in open war.
Bigger ships.
It would have been equally unlikely
Winning
to
event.
predict they could take possession of the mines until...
What happened? Start stream bingo vote. Okay. There are no votes yet. There's some kind of voting system going on, so check your bingo tabs. There might be a way to vote. But thank you for the point redeem. Those are Federation credits. I'm just giving them out left and right. And Phantom Feast says, my mom is a huge Star Trek fan, but she doesn't understand Twitch. If anything will help it click for her, it's this stream right here. I sent her the link, so we'll see if she shows up. Aww. That is honestly a huge honor that you'd send my stream to your mom, who's a Star Trek fan and a Twitch fan. So thank you. Event called. The chat voted for number 2. Okay. Cool. Big hearts from Cozy Ophi. Thank you. And we do have other rewards in the Federation credits. We have a red alert, which costs 150 credits. And we reserve those for when we have to call red alert on the starship, or something weird happens in the stream, or just for fun if you want to, like, it plays the sound. Just want to scare me or something. And then we have a couple make chat say and make chat do, which won't do anything right now, but when we do our Star Trek Adventures stream on Saturday, that's how we're going to get the chat to do things on behalf of the Chattington Chatsworth user, who's a player character. There's a red alert. Thank you for the red alert. I appreciate that. All right. Let's call a couple more numbers since we got some point redeems and red alerts in the chat. Voting started. The winning event will be called in 1 minute. So get your votes in and you can vote for the number that you want. We'll see what happens. Back to the game. And I have to remember to do this.
They did just, which leaves many unanswered questions. Left unchecked, this conflict will result in more bloodshed, which is what we are here to prevent.
And the dilithium trade hangs in the balance.
Clearly, the Hotari have been exploited in this relationship.
Maybe we can persuade them peace is the more profitable alternative for everyone. They both profited from the mines. And for the Hotari, something is better than nothing. Peace is our objective, after all.
That is correct.
We can call it profitable or mutually beneficial, but at the end of the day, the Hotari are still being exploited for their own resources.
Chat voted for 47.
This is not merely the absence of war. And as such, this conflict will surely come again.
Neither the Elydians or the Hotari are members of the Federation, so we can't make them do anything.
There is an additional complicating factor I should mention. In the past, the Federation has relied on
that's a classic Spock
as a source of dilithium.
That certainly changes things.
Dilithium.
Federation sources its dilithium from a lot of places.
Yeah, and this is one of them.
So we've already played a part in this.
Unfortunately, that is indeed the case, Commander Reineck.
We're morally obligated to make this right.
So, we're morally obligated to make this right. Here's what's happening in the game, in the story. Dilithium is used in the warp core as the place where the matter and the antimatter come together and create energy, which is used for the immense power required for warp travel. Dilithium makes warp travel possible. There are other ways to do it, like the Romulans. You don't know what you're doing with that vote? That's okay. Thank you for the vote anyway. The Romulans will, in their warp cores, use a miniature black hole. And the Phantom Feast is a winner! Yay! Congrats, Phantom Feast. You have bingo. Yay. Someone has bingo. Anyway, so dilithium is pretty important for the Star Trek world, for Starfleet. I use it on the warp core of my ship, the one that we're traveling on right now. See, we're at warp right now. That's because it's dilithium crystals. And so the Hotari were providing the labor and the, let's see, Jara. Has Jara made an impression of Spock yet? I wish I could see the history of the in-game dialogue. That'd be kind of useful because I keep forgetting some of the names. But anyway, Starfleet has been getting dilithium from this group of people, and it turns out that the dilithium mining operation is exploitative of the Hotari. And so it's kind of like blood diamonds kind of thing, like it's exploitative. So I'll call a random number or two. 44 and 17, and then we'll get back to the...
Our only obligation is to negotiate the peaceful resolution of this conflict.
Given the Federation's involvement in the Iridium dilithium trade, Captain Solano and I must make every effort to appear neutral in these negotiations.
What worries me is if this whole thing unravels, and we're at the mercy of the storm at less than full strength.
We can't let it come to that.
Considering what the ion storm has done to our ship, and the Ambassador's shuttle, we have to assume the Ilidian fleet has had problems with it as well. This recent surge in the energy disturbance temporarily levels the playing field.
Oh. I need to, You know what?
Commander Westbrook is correct. The energy anomalies around the Hotari systems have been noted in the past.
I'm going to add a new command to my stream elements. And let me see. Stream elements, dashboard. In the chat bot. Let me get to it. Chat commands. New command. This command is going to be OBS, and everyone can say it. And oops, Captain Jamie-Leigh needs to switch OBS scenes. All right. So here's the commands that we have. We have shout out and raid, which is for moderators. And then we have lurk, D20, and OBS. So if I go to here, Cozy Ophi, thank you for the lurk. You got to get some stuff done. I appreciate you hanging out with us. So if you do lurk and then the message, then it'll do the thing. And Phantom Feast is rolling a D20 and got a 19. That's pretty hard to beat. And I'm going to do a D20 and I get a 17. So Phantom Feast won that D20 battle. And then the new one is OBS. And so I'm going to rely on viewers to let me know if I forgot to switch the scenes and you can't see something you're supposed to be seeing. All right, there's your lurk. Okay, maybe there's a timeout for it. A user global cooldown. Let me fix it. I want this to be spammable. Advanced settings. There we go. User cooldown 0. Global cooldown 0. Save that. Okay, Phantom Feast. If you can try the OBS command again, it should work now. But feel free to spam that and get my attention. There we go. And I will switch scenes to here so you can see what's going on, and we'll resume the game.
It's keeping the two sides talking instead of shooting at each other. That actually helps us negotiate a peace.
And we'll take advantage of that as long as it works in our favor.
And when it doesn't?
All the more reason to learn as much about it as we can while we are here. We do not want to be caught unprepared should the energy anomaly continue to fluctuate. So I trust we understand our circumstances.
We're operating on a strict timetable here, and we're going to be leaving for the negotiations shortly. Commander Westbrook, I want you to leverage our systems to investigate the anomaly from here while we're gone.
Aye, Captain.
Thank you all.
Dismissed.
I want to speak to both of you privately.
Uh-oh. Ambassador Spock wants us. And Jara and Ambassador Spock notice Jara's keen intellect and unique insight into the dynamics of the Hotari-Ilidian conflict during the mission briefing. Okay. We've impressed Ambassador Spock! Yay!
Mr. Spock, I'd like to make a formal introduction. My first officer, Commander Jara Rydek.
Commander, as you are aware, There are limits to what Captain Solano and I can do in our official capacity as representatives of the Federation. But someone in an unofficial capacity, your first officer, for example, would not be bound by those restrictions. Commander Ryder could ingratiate herself to certain parties behind the scenes, where they may be more candid in revealing information that could lead to a resolution.
Ingratiate.
She certainly goes her own way.
Hmm.
Maybe that helps in this case. It would be unconventional, but I'm not opposed to it.
I'm perfectly happy to work outside the lines.
And by extension, you will be doing your duty, Commander.
Just not too far outside the lines. Well, I hope Commander Rydek will have more luck finding out what really happened than we will through official diplomatic channels.
The fate of the negotiations.
Thank you for the Vulcan salutes in the chat.
Federation and the prospect for peace may very well depend on it.
All right, what do we have to do next? All right, this is a scene transition. And we've warped into the Hotari Alidian system, looks like. Navigational complexities. I'm going to call 4 balls here for this scene. Navigational complexities. That's a 21 and a 12. And a 42. And the last one is a 22. Anyone going to get bingo? We have 2 players. We already have 1 winner. Phantom Feast is a winner. If you're looking for the bingo cards, they are in the pop-up panel. If you're on desktop, put your mouse over the stream itself, and then there's a little pop-up panel that says Stream Bounty, and you can join the game for free, and you can compete on the leaderboard, and it's quite fun. And if you are on mobile, you can access the same thing with the little button on the top right of the chat on mobile. Back to the story. Oh.
Mr. Diaz, I understand you have already discussed the warp drive failure with Ambassador Spock?
I have.
It is imperative that the Ambassador's shuttle be flight ready. I need you both to ascertain the root cause of the system failures he encountered.
I'm surprised, Commander. I thought you would have wanted to work on Ambassador Spock's shuttle yourself.
I respect the Ambassador and his many accomplishments, but I do not derive any satisfaction from interacting with his shuttle as if it were somehow transubstantiated through its association with him. Especially when I have the entirety of this starship to concern myself with.
The Ambassador asked me to take a look, and I'm ready to crack this thing open.
Good. You could learn from Mr. Diaz's focus.
I'll take notes.
Then I will leave you to it. Make note of any abnormalities in your report. Carry on.
One nice thing about Vulcans. Chovok is the only person who didn't look at this and treat me like I was something to pity. Doc says I should get used to it. Doesn't mean I want to be reminded of it every minute of the day.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing to see here.
Good. Look, I hate saying this, but every once in a while you shouldn't listen to me.
Oh.
Like when I'm half concussed telling you to go first. This isn't one of those times, though. Come on. Let's get to the bottom of this.
These consoles going up and down are
ready to go?
Interesting.
All set. Let's run the diagnostic.
Diagnostics. Begin diagnostic.
So, I know about your talk with Miranda.
You do?
She sent me a Priority 1 dispatch right after your conversation.
Look at that eyebrow.
You. Both of you.
Thanks.
But I'm only going to tell you this once. Don't screw this up. Because I would be very unhappy if you tried this out and then, I don't know, 6 weeks or 6 days later, I have to start splitting holidays between the two of you.
Oh.
All because things went south and you're not on speaking terms. That just isn't gonna work for me.
You really don't believe in me, huh?
It's not you. Or her. Just running the numbers, and things don't work out more often than they do. I like my friends, and I like our group. I don't want to lose that. Is that thing done?
Yeah, it's wrapping up. Let's see. The relays along the primary EPS are blown. The backup relays are all intact.
An EPS overload from the warp drive could cause that. But how did the shuttle end up dead in the water?
Huh.
Lots of techno
Maybe the
babble.
ship's data recorder can tell us something. Here.
They were only about 8 minutes from their plotted warp point. No faults, just those warnings. What are they?
Subspace variance out of tolerance. What does that mean?
It means the main navigation array lost sight of space somehow.
Will the array going offline cause that?
Yes, but it should have also thrown a fault code.
The warp field became inverted suddenly.
That's not good.
I've seen this happen when the center warp coil cracks.
A cracked warp coil throws a fault code.
Still, we should take a look.
There was a complete warp cascade failure.
Wow.
That's not good.
They're lucky the shuttle didn't turn inside out.
Makes me think the computer panicked on the warp field equation.
Any one of these failures should have thrown a fault.
If it was caused by a system failure.
None of this caused the relays to blow. Roll forward to when that happened.
Yes, ma'am.
So here, they take a moment to get their bearings and they attempt to re-engage the warp drive.
There. That's the relays blowing.
And look, there's another warp system alert.
They're all the same. Subspace variance out of tolerance, or warp inversions. Finally, there's a complete warp cascade failure.
Then it's one of two things. Either a warp coil is cracked, or the navigation array is offline.
That makes sense.
Divide and conquer. You want to check the warp coils or the navigation array? I'll check the other.
I'll
Complicate this. One of these systems is likely broken.
check the warp coils.
I'll check the nacelles for a cracked coil.
Ah, tricorder usage. Cool. All right. So what we're doing here is playing Star Trek Resurgence as we're warping through space here. And it says tricorder usage. Your tricorder can record and analyze data. Looking through it will reveal the unseen. Use 2 to equip or holster your tricorder. Hold left button to scan glowing objects. You must be close to some objects to scan them. Watch the frame of the screen to see if you are too far away. Alright, fair enough. Investigate Spock's shuttle. Okay. Oh, it says out of range. So I gotta get closer and then look through it. Anomaly targeted. I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at, but it all seems good. Oh, okay. So I have to hold in order to scan. Some objects you scan will activate a deep scan. During a deep scan, use Q and E to switch between different scan modes and search for the glowing objects. The mode indicators on the tricorder will blink if there's an object to find in that mode. When you scan all objects in the frame, when you have scanned all objects, the frame will change color. Hold right-click to analyze the data and finish the scan. Okay, so Q and E. Routine maintenance. Center warp coils. Guide the warp field through its focal event. Maintain a collimated thrust vector. No fractures detected. Alright. Time to analyze.
I checked every coil on the port nacelle for imbalances. If any coil in either engine were cracked, I would have detected it. So, it must be the navigation array.
Except it's not. Checked and double-checked.
Well, the readings don't lie.
Here comes the security detail for the way team.
It's Miranda.
Hey.
I'm not here.
She said, I'm not here.
We're escorting the negotiating team to the surface as soon as they come down from the bridge. I don't want to interrupt some important work. I was just hoping to see you before I go. The captain and the others will be here any minute now. Should be an interesting ride down to the surface.
You're the one with the important job to do. Keeping the captain safe. And Ambassador Spock.
It doesn't always feel that way. Baking in the hot sun, standing guard next to an empty shuttlecraft. But it has its moments.
Oops, sorry about that.
Hey, Maris. Aren't these those button pushers you're always saying?
Button pushers.
And you're the phaser jockeys we always beat in Parisi squares, right?
Well, the engineers got to use the phasers.
For Hotari.
That another one of the captain's railroad things?
Gotta be. I just usually zone out by the time he gets to the whole, steam engines were the warp drives of their day part. Catch y'all later.
You don't want to miss your train.
Okay. Spock. Thank you for the Vulcan.
Have to go. Not gonna lie, I'd rather not leave right now.
Should I kiss her?
More important things on my mind.
What do you think? Time's running out. Alright, let's do it. First kiss! Yay!
That was nice.
Yeah, it was.
Save some of that for when I get back.
You've got a deal.
Be seeing you.
Be seeing you. Lower decks dalliance.
Etzelar de Diaz. If you could float back down to reality, we still have a ways to go. All right, where were we?
So, the warp coils in the navigation array are fine, but the nav computer doesn't seem to think so.
I'm out of ideas short of field stripping the shuttle from bow to stern.
You wanna take this out of the shuttle and throw it on the bench?
Oh, real hands-on maintenance. I like it. Okay, the nav computer is patched into the ship.
The ship's computer can double-check our work. If the shuttle's nav computer is putting out false data, we'll know it.
Let's run through the shuttle's logs again.
Running now. Same. Warp field inversion and a cascade failure. However, the Resolute computer doesn't show the same subspace variance.
We're in the same conditions that the shuttle was in when it failed. Why wouldn't the ship's computer get a matching result?
What if the subspace variance was a momentary occurrence?
That's a possibility. and it would explain why the simulation under our current sensor readings failed to reproduce the issue.
But a subspace anomaly strong enough to cause a warp field collapse would leave graviton ripples for days.
Let's run with the momentary subspace variance theory for now. Roll forward to the shuttle's attempt to re-engage the warp drive. We need the conditions of space around the shuttle at the moment of warp failure.
Resuming simulation.
It's a science mystery.
Error in warp field calculation. Cochrane formula variables are out of range.
That's not good.
That right there. Take the shuttle sensor data from that moment.
Computer, why did the warp field calculation fail?
Warp field pressure return non-orthogonal. Results are undefined.
That doesn't help.
Wait, what if we use a different ship?
Put the Resolute into the simulation instead of the shuttle.
Yeah, it should warp just fine.
Unless.
Computer, run the simulation with the Resolute.
Resolute simulated.
Computer, give me manual control on the warp power.
Static field intensity, warp 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. Warp pressure is destabilizing. Error in warp field calculation. The warp drive has experienced a system-wide cascade failure. Warp field collapsed. Subspace variance is out of tolerance. Cochrane formula results are undefined.
That's not good.
What-o?
The same moment
Bingo.
the shuttle failed to...
He said bingo. That's worth calling a bingo. A couple numbers. Is anyone else still playing? If you are here and want to get in on bingo, feel free. We already have one winner, Phantom Feast, but it's not too late to get into the leaderboard. Auto calls. For an event to automatically be called. And I'll go ahead and start a vote through the bingo app. Ambassador Spock also noted Jara's positive attitude when presented with her back channel mission.
Warp, so did whatever happened to the shuttle just happened to us. The Resolute will not sustain warp.
We can't leave Hotari space.
That's not good. Okay, that was a scene transition, so I'm going to stop and chat with you for a second. Hello, everyone who's new to the stream. I am Captain Jamie-Leigh. We are on a long-haul warp, and while we're at warp, the crew morale is important to keep up. So I've started streaming games across the ship and across subspace, transmitting on several channels, including Twitch and YouTube, which exist in the 24th century. They wish. And we are also playing bingo. If you want to play bingo, you can get your card using the overlay. If you're on desktop, put your mouse over the desktop overlay and click on Stream Bounty, and that gets you the bingo. You can join the game and click the numbers to call the balls that I call. Chat voted for 6. Thank you for the 6. And we're also playing Star Trek Resurgence. I am a Star Trek streamer. That's what I am. And anything space or Star Trek related. The main event is going to be Saturdays on every Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Pacific time, which is, of course, the time that San Francisco, where Starfleet headquarters is. And we are going to continue the game now. If I ever forget to switch my screens, you can do !OBS, but I'm remembering now. Otherwise, the game is not going to be visible. So here we go. We're on the planet Hotari, seat of power.
Ambassador Spock, Captain Solano, welcome to Hotari. We are honored you've come. My name is Tyler Saltaris, Minister of Diplomatic Affairs.
The honor is ours. And this is Commander Jara Rydick, first officer aboard the USS Resolute. You'll find she has a keen mind and unique insight into the dynamics between the Hotari and the Illydians.
It's very nice to meet you.
Likewise.
That was a nice...
These must be the representatives of the
Oh.
Mighty Federation.
Okay.
The reigning authority in the galaxy. Or so we've been led to believe. Whether that's true or not remains to be seen.
Oh, they only have 4 fingers.
Either way, we're grateful you've made the time to come to our little corner of the universe.
And you are?
This is Galvin, and this is Citron, the heroes of the revolt in the mines.
Uh-oh. So we're on...
Let's hope this is the last time we ever have to come here.
If you'll excuse me.
Seems tense.
I think we're about to begin.
Did you hear the arrogance from that guy? I don't know what we're walking into here. But that guy was something.
That may be true. But let's keep an open mind going into the negotiations. Hopefully he's just one voice amongst many.
Then let's hope he's the outlier.
The Hotari have invited us as their guests, so we must show them the proper respect.
Proper respect. Okay. And the slow bow. And the non-bow. And then it's my turn. Show strength or deference? Deference.
Ambassador Spock, welcome to Hotari Prime.
The honor is mine, Your Majesty.
That the Federation would send one of their most respected representatives is not only an honor to the Hotari people and their queen.
We have to evaluate the arguments.
Recognition of our stature and importance.
Let's get on with it, shall we? With all due respect to the Federation and their ambassador, they have no authority here. We are not members of their alliance. We are not subject to their rule, nor yours. We demand the immediate return of all mining operations to Illydian control, as it has been for centuries and will be for centuries more. That has always been our understanding.
That understanding has changed.
Then you invite war.
And if you cannot remain silent, you will be silenced. But his point is well taken. What is the Federation's interest in this matter? Perhaps you would have us trade one oppressor for another?
The Federation remains neutral. Our only interest is the peaceful resolution of this conflict. We are here at your request, Your Majesty.
For now.
I'm trying to keep an open mind here, but it's not easy. I thought they wanted us here.
Was there something you wanted to say, Captain?
Oh, no. My apologies.
And what about the Kobliad?
Kobliad.
She's not
She
part
can
of...
speak for herself, can't she? Then
Uh-oh. Now I'm on the hot seat.
Now then, what is your name?
Commander Jara Rydek, Your Majesty.
Being a Kobliad, you would know better than anyone. Your people suffered brutal treatment at the hands of the Cardassians. Their injustice towards the Kobliad is as unimaginable as it is unforgiving. Not unlike how we have been treated by the Alidians.
As much as they'd have you believe they are the victims here, remember it was the Hotari who attacked us. Hundreds of innocent Alidians were slaughtered without mercy in those mines.
The blood is on their hands, not ours.
Quiet!
So there was an uprising.
If after all the Kobliad suffered, you finally had the chance to right that wrong, to get out from under their control, would you take it? Or would you negotiate a peace?
I think I would right the wrong.
If the opportunity presented itself, and I wish that it had, more than you can know, then I would right the wrong without hesitation. For the sake of the Kobliad, we suffered enough.
Of course you would. It would be foolish to do otherwise. The Federation is the most powerful, most advanced alliance in the galaxy. It's widely known we have an abundance of dilithium in our mines. And it's in your interest to secure a steady supply.
Your Majesty, if I may.
Ambassador Spock would have us believe you're here as a neutral party in the interest of peace. So why are you really here?
Uh-oh.
I want the truth, not your Federation rhetoric.
It's possible the Federation has an interest in both peace and securing a steady source of dilithium. One does not preclude or prevent the other.
The camera work.
But that's just my personal opinion.
Given the Federation has done business with the Alidians for decades, I would agree. It's entirely possible, if not highly likely.
What they haven't said, but cannot deny, is a simple truth. The dilithium trade would not and will no longer exist without Alidian involvement. We created it for the benefit of everyone, especially the Hotari. We've given them warp technology. We've let them share in the profits. We've made their lives infinitely better than before dilithium was discovered. All of that goes away if the Federation turns a blind eye to their treachery.
That is enough of your lies! The Hotari are quite capable of running the mines. We've done so for centuries.
Getting tense.
Don't tell me. Who deserves control of the dilithium trade and the mines on Tau?
Oh no.
Who should the Federation recognize? The Hotari or the Alidians?
Ah, there's only two choices.
Only be one or the other, not both.
I think it's my mission to go with the Hotari.
If I have to choose only one, then it would have to be the Hotari.
Well said. How could the just and wise Federation
What do you think?
make any other choice?
This is an outrage. The Federation has lost all credibility.
The mines are ours. Lydia will not be deterred. We will take back our mines by any means necessary.
Then you will see more blood spilled.
I am more than willing to address your concerns, Your Majesty. Yours as well, Representative. But I suggest we could have a more productive conversation with a smaller group. Perhaps only the most essential representatives.
It is logical.
I suppose there is some...
Thank you for the lurk, Phantom Feast. I appreciate you being here with me. This is fun, watching the game together, and it's like a story, it's like a movie that's interactive.
some sense to that. I hope we meet again, Jara Ryder.
A knowing look.
Spock and I will cover everything on the diplomatic front. You make nice with the locals and see if you can get some answers.
So we gotta talk to
Find out
Hotari.
why the Hotari are so willing to risk war. What happened in those mines?
Okay, an interactive scene. We get to walk around, maybe talk to some people. Some water.
Soothing.
Soothing. Speak with Sidron.
Commander, I'm glad you've chosen to side with the Hotari. I knew the Federation would see through the Elydians' baseless claims and protect the interests of my people.
Even though the Hotari should have control of the mines, some of the Elydian claims are still valid.
There you're wrong, but we can agree to disagree.
I assume you were there the day the mines were seized from the Elydians.
Not seized. Reclaimed. And restored to their rightful owners. Yes, I was there. We had to be decisive. Before the Elydians could even realize their worst nightmares upon them.
Hi, puppy! Hold on. Let's see. Let's see if we can get a good puppy cam this time. Hi, puppy. The background removal doesn't work well with the puppy. But that's okay. I'm gonna call that anyway. Where is it? Pet on stream. Call that one. Any other bingos? We'll see who's playing. Okay. Back to the game.
Did you have help from someone else?
I panicked.
Hotari stands alone against the Elydian forces. We don't need help from anyone. They respect one thing above all else, and that is force. The greater the force, the more certain the outcome. Any talk of making peace is just that, and worth little without the strength to secure it. Which makes me wonder about your ship, the Resolute. Undoubtedly the Federation's finest warship. Ready to contend with anything the Elydians might have in store. Or is that not true? Maybe I've misjudged it.
It wasn't designed as a warship. More for scientific research and exploration.
But the Federation must have ships designed for war.
Technically, they're Starfleet ships representing the Federation. But yes.
I see.
Sidron.
A pleasure meeting you, Commander. I'm sure we'll cross paths again.
I'm sure we will. Okay, who else can we talk to? We can talk to Tylus. Or we can talk to one of these ones. Lydian officer. Let's talk with you.
I'm probably not telling you anything you don't already know, but these negotiations rely on the Federation's neutrality. As does any hope you might have for a supply of dilithium in the future. So, why you would choose to side with the Hotari escapes me. Without Lydian involvement, there is no dilithium trade. But clearly, you weren't aware.
We are and will remain completely neutral. Our only interest is the peaceful resolution to this conflict.
As is ours. Of course, the question is, at what price? Major Solid Arminta, Special Attaché, Elydian Armed Forces. Pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Look at the cool pupils on the Elydian. They're like a plus sign.
I have my issues with the Hotari, but I have to give them some credit. They know how to seize an opportunity. Inciting an uprising the same day as a massive, once-in-a-lifetime ion storm.
Our assumption was that this storm was just an anomaly.
Yes, a very convenient anomaly. At least that was what we were told. Of course, I wasn't there. But who am I to say otherwise?
Something tells me there's more to the story. So what really happened?
Well, the official story is that it was the storm that enabled the revolt. How else do a bunch of unarmed, unorganized miners seize control of an entire moon, much less thousands of mines? But I've talked to people who were there. They tell a different story. They say they're lucky to have escaped with their lives. That it was more than just the storm. That somehow the miners were able to harness the energy from the storm. I know it sounds crazy. I'm not even sure I believe it myself. But that's what they said.
The energy readings we've seen are off the charts. There's no way they'd be able to somehow harness it. That sort of technology doesn't even exist.
I know. I felt the same way. But each person told the same story. If you'll excuse me, Commander Ryder.
See if we get to talk to that third person.
Commander, if I could have a quick word with you.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
I'm encouraged to see the Federation supporting my people. I'm afraid of what might happen without your help.
The Elydians have no right to your land. It was clear which side was more deserving of our recognition.
It's so different to have someone on our side.
I'm kind of speaking both sides here.
Unusual times, to say the least. Much is changing. I saw you speaking with the Elydian. I'm sure they're painting themselves as the victims.
The Elydians are under the impression the Hotari are somehow the cause of the ion storm.
Which I'm sure they attribute to our lack of experience or sheer inferiority. But we are as much the victims of this horrific storm as they are. For the first time in our history, the Hotari have the upper hand. We see ourselves as strong instead of downtrodden. New voices have risen up. Old voices shouted down. Galvin and Sidron have become national heroes. Now they have the Queen's ear. Better or worse, depending on your perspective.
You don't trust them?
I get the sense you don't exactly trust them.
They're miners, not diplomats. I don't trust their instincts, which are leading us to war. My fear has been that the Elydians will launch an attack and crush us. You've seen their starship, no doubt. They could have retaken the mines whenever they wanted to, but it never happened. And as strange as this may sound, I'd almost say they're afraid. I just don't know what they're afraid of.
Alright, so the Hotari have something.
The luster and bravado you would expect from them. But it has no teeth. Like they're afraid of what might happen.
Do you think it has something to do with the ion storm? Right now, it's stronger than ever, isn't it?
It's entirely possible. I'm not a scientist, but I do know the storm has knocked out all kinds of systems. So maybe the Elydians weren't willing to risk their ships, given all the interference. Since the day of the revolt, Galvin has seized control of the mines and restricted all access. No one's allowed without his personal authorization. And they've taken over a section of the palace with just as much secrecy and security. I'm told it could be something they brought back from the mines. I've made inquiries, but everyone pretends it doesn't exist. I strongly suspect they're hiding something.
What do you think it is?
I've heard rumors it's some sort of ancient artifact, but I haven't seen it myself.
How can we know?
Whispers.
I'd better see what's happening.
Do you think you can find out what they're hiding? I need to see proof of something before I can make my case to the Federation.
I can try, but even if I found it, I might not know what to make of it.
Take this. You can use it to capture whatever you find, and then send it to me.
Hopefully she knows how to use a tricorder.
I will let you know what I find. And I look forward to our meeting again.
Alright, time to go to the captain. Let's see. There's no more things. We can run a little bit. Just a light jog.
Well, that was a disaster.
What happened?
The Hotari refused to concede anything, so the Illidians stormed out.
The Hotari did not invite us here as peacekeepers. I hope your efforts were more fruitful than ours.
We will see. Like the giant stone doors. Alright, so that's a scene change. So I'm going to call some random numbers. That was a 49. And a 13. And one more. A 40.
Rotational harmonics failing to resolve. Warp bubble stability degrading. Increase output to maximum.
Increasing warp output to maximum.
It's happening again.
It is evident that presently the Resolute cannot achieve warp propulsion.
Since our diagnostics rule out any problems with our warp systems or anything about the ship, the problem appears to be the fabric of space itself.
Space itself? You're saying something about this region of space prevents warp travel?
Prevents it, or can't sustain it.
However improbable, that appears to be the case.
We need to know more.
Otherwise, it'll be an extended stay in the Hotari system.
The storm didn't stop us from leaving space dock and traveling here. But could it still be causing this interference with warp travel?
We must follow sound investigatory principles. Do not let an assumed conclusion drive your analysis.
Sometimes we need a little inspired thinking, Mr. Chovak. Captain Solano is on his way back from the negotiations, and I want to have some answers for him when he gets here.
Indeed. Given the facts at hand, we may be able to deploy subspace probes around the ship to construct a clearer picture of the phenomenon.
Around the ship. I'll prep a shuttle.
Carter is so excited. The scientific method. I like the design of this ship. The shuttle bay in the front is interesting. I haven't seen that elsewhere, and it's kind of recessed down underneath the bridge. It's pretty cool. Okay, so just checking in. Ambassador Spock thought Jara performed well under pressure when she was being questioned by the Hotari Queen. Captain Solano thought Jara handled a complex situation as well as could be expected when the Hotari Queen put her on the spot in the Queen's chamber. That's good. And then, Carter and Chovak Okay, that's all. That's nothing new.
I'm setting up a waypoint at a distance roughly corresponding to the edge of our warp field. When we get there, I'll deploy the first probe.
Oh, we get to fly the shuttle. Isn't that cool? That's so cool. Let me look at something. All right. 1 second, and here we go. W to fly forward, D to fly backwards, mouse to turn, Q to ascend, and E to descend. Okay. The storm will push your shuttle around. Stay focused to maintain your course. Is there more? Oh, okay. There we go. It's descend?
Westbrook, the Resolute systems are calibrated to receive the probe's readings. We are standing by to reproduce.
Gotta avoid all these asteroids.
Thank you, Mr. Chovak. We'll be in position shortly.
And Mr. Diaz, do take care
Ruff.
of piloting the shuttlecraft.
Ah!
Now is not the time to indulge in the human penchant for joyriding.
Chovak probably isn't such a fun guy to work for, huh?
Nah, Lieutenant Commander Chovak's not so bad.
We're flying a shuttle.
Once you get used
This
to
is awesome.
it. And, I've learned a lot working under him.
I have a feeling I'm going to have to work harder to be a political animal like you. With this new first officer coming aboard.
We're going right through the center of this asteroid school. And we're almost there.
This is far enough. Transporting the first probe into position.
Let's do it. Why do they transport everything? I thought they couldn't get transporter blocks.
Westbrook here. The first probe is deployed.
Understood. We are reading it. We are about to replay the simulation.
Problem?
I just can't get a handle on her. Commander Rydek. On the one hand, she went with my idea to use a deflector pulse against the storm surge. On the other, she wouldn't listen to me when I was trying to get you through the hull walk alive. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the new XO. I'm sure she's a fine officer, even if we don't see eye to eye. But she didn't go through what the rest of us did. You know that. And it's hard to figure out why she'd be the one Solano chose instead of, well, one of us.
Give her a chance.
I've heard some good things. You should at least give her a chance.
I'll take that under advisement.
Test is running. Warp field collapse in 3, 2, 1, mark.
That's odd.
Oh. All right, that is definitely a problem with the fabric of space. We need to get another probe out there. With 2 points of data, the Resolute and the probe, we've managed to get an interference pattern. I'm setting a waypoint to a particularly strong area of interference. We'll deploy the second probe there.
Oh, I need to actually pilot this thing.
I'm gonna give you a piece of advice I wish someone had given me. Make sure you're never just one thing. And don't get so focused on what's in front of your face that you lose sight of the big picture. Before Rydek showed up, the captain pulled me into his ready room and told me he didn't think I had the people skills to be first officer. What a load of crap. I mean, if he'd said that about Chovak, sure.
Is that why you're being so friendly to me? Politics?
That would be clever, but I think you give me more credit than the captain does. You're all right, Diaz. And you've got potential. You're a capable engineer. You're good in the field. Keep up the good work, and who knows? Solid jack of all departments like you could be commander-in-chief of Starfleet one day. Hell, Admiral Jellicoe started as a shuttle pilot. And there are places to go in the enlisted ranks, too.
I don't know. I'm pretty happy where I am.
You must be a glutton for punishment. Lieutenant Commander Chovak has been known to take decades to warm up to people.
That's interesting. So what does Westbrook enjoyed the conversation with Carter, coming away with the impression he's smart, pragmatic, and content with his position aboard the Resolute. Okay, I'll take it. Alright, we're almost to the next waypoint.
Here, this is close enough. Stop the engines. Deploying the probe. Westbrook to Commander Chovak, we're ready for another sampling of data.
Very good. Running the simulation again. Warp field collapse in 3, 2, 1. On.
There it is again.
I saw it. It seems to be directional.
Well, what about the scans? Anything?
Here's the readings in relation to our local space. We've got the Resolute, Otari Prime, and the probes.
All this interference is overloading the sensor buffers. We're gonna have to triangulate the sensors manually.
Okay.
We got something.
These markers indicate peaks in the gravimetric interference patterns.
Let's see if I can find some more.
There's one. Any up here? There's one. This is an odd interface. You think the computer could just like scan through this? Can I click this? Let's just move reticle. Oh, there it is.
Hold up. This is coming from the moon.
A beam that blocks warp travel.
Aimed right at us.
Someone is doing this intentionally. I don't know how they're doing it. This is like nothing I've ever seen.
Why would they do that?
Why would they be doing this? We came here to help these people. And now we're getting hit by some warp-killing weapon?
Now, look here. It's current readings of the ion storm.
These concentrations. They line up with the interference pattern. The storm and this beam, they're coming from the same place.
Carter, whatever petty local conflict brought us here, it's just a small part of something much bigger.
Ruh-roh.
Presently, we don't have an explanation for how they're doing this. But one thing is clear. This is no fluke.
Thank you, Mr. Westbrook. I want a full briefing when I'm back on board. Solano out. A targeted weapon that inhibits warp travel. Coming from the moon Tau.
That would explain the difficulties my shuttle encountered. More importantly, the tenor of the Hotari during the negotiations.
And here I thought the Elydians would be the problem. Coming to peace talks in a warship. This wasn't supposed to be so complicated.
For all their posturing, every indication is that the Elydians are afraid of the Hotari. They didn't bring their warship as a threat. They brought it because they're scared.
From everything we witnessed, I would say that is highly likely.
But what are they afraid of?
Tylus, the Hotari representative, said she thought they found something in the mines. Galvin and Sidron brought it back to the palace, but they're keeping it under tight security. She's going to investigate it. I gave her my tricorder. I expect she'll contact us soon.
You found an ally.
Why would Tylus help us? Go behind her people's back? It's a fair question, considering.
She doesn't like the way Galvin and Sidron have been manipulating the situation. and the Queen. Working with us to go around them isn't the same as betraying her people.
That may be true.
She's certainly more likely to help than the other Hotari we've met.
That raises another question. Specifically, what do the other Hotari have to gain in bringing us here, only to make this hostile maneuver against us? There must be some motivation.
Unless they changed their minds between when they asked and when we got here.
Given their indifference to the negotiations,
They want some more.
and what we now know about this warp-disrupting weapon, it's almost as if they want to start a war. And Sidron was convinced the only thing the Illidians respect is force.
I would say he's right about that. But at least they know when to hold back.
But that does not explain why they would turn their aggressions against us.
I don't think the Illidians know what's really down on that moon either.
Major Armintus said the revolt defied explanation. That the Hotari miners somehow harnessed the energy of the storm.
Harness the energy of the storm?
Doing that is beyond even our capabilities.
So is a weapon that disrupts warp travel.
There have been civilizations and entities, both past and present, far more technologically advanced than the Federation.
The Illidians and Hotari don't fall into that category.
But that is all the more reason to investigate further.
Yes, Spock.
Commander Rydek, sorry to interrupt. We've received an urgent call from Hotari. The Queen's advisor, Tylus, has asked to speak with you.
Put her through.
Here we go.
Galvin and Sidron are still with the Queen. I've enlisted help to gain access to the room they have under guard.
She's vlogging.
I'm not supposed to leave my post.
It's only for a moment. I so appreciate your help.
I found something. I'm sending you a scan.
Oh, that looks interesting.
Got it. Tylus, if we needed to gain access to the mines on Tau, is that something you could help us with?
I suppose it wouldn't be easy, but I have to go.
Tylus.
Can we reconnect?
Sorry, Captain. We've lost all contact.
We can only hope she escaped without harm.
It was hard to tell.
Tylus wouldn't have offered to help if she didn't know what she was doing.
That's a lot of faith in someone we barely know. Let's see the scan of whatever the hell that was.
Tylus suspects this came from the mines on Tau.
It appears to be of ancient origin, but the markings are unfamiliar.
We can run a full analysis when we get back to the Resolute. That this came from the mines. That it might be the key to how they got the upper hand against the Illidians.
Then we have to go into the mines.
The Federation would not allow that. We were, after all, sent here to be a neutral party in a peace negotiation. However, we could demonstrate that the Hotari have acted in bad faith, which would enable us to investigate the mines on Tau with full justification. But of course, we would need conclusive proof before taking action. Otherwise, it could put us in a difficult position.
Whatever this artifact is may be proof enough. At least to satisfy the Federation.
Especially if we can show the Hotari are controlling the warp disruption.
Warp disruption.
We may have a better understanding once we analyze the device. But a mission to the mines, covert or otherwise, is not out of the question. And I will handle the Federation.
A covert mission. That sounds
As I was telling Carter,
interesting.
I want all the data I can get on this warp problem. And the negotiating team's shuttle has been recording data all the way back from Hotari. Even better than our probes. So pull the sensor and engine ISOs from the Melville when it sets down.
Will do.
All right, that was a scene transition, so I'm going to call some numbers. And let's see if anyone else can get a bingo. There are 3 numbers there. Someone has bingo! Cozy Ophi! Yay! Congrats on the bingo. I think I'm going to call all the events. And then anyone else who wants a bingo can feel free to get a bingo before I end the game and start a new bingo. Congrats, Cozy Ophi.
Chovok down in engineering to run another analysis after the briefing.
I didn't like this warp problem when we thought it was some astronomical anomaly. And I like it a hell of a lot less now that we know someone is doing it to us. How does it work? What do we even do about it?
What do you say we pull these chips and find out?
Took some damage on the way. That ionic interference scored the hull plating. Might be some micro welds. Let's try pulling together.
All right.
3, 2, 1. It won't budge. Gotta be the storm damage. We need to... Welcome back. Any excitement down on the surface?
Excitement? No. Nothing like that.
Hey, can you hand me the EJ7 interlock?
Yeah.
From the toolbox.
EJ7 interlock.
I don't know what that is.
Not much use for one on a security detail, huh? Carter?
Yeah, I'll get it.
Okay. Plasma welding torch. Show off or be professional? Let's be professional. That was cute.
Okay, I'll apply pressure while you decouple the panel.
Here, I'll help.
Poker chunk.
We've got this.
Open up and say ah.
Thanks for the hand. We have to get these isolinear chips down to engineering.
No problem. You really know everything about these ships, don't you? The tools, the systems. Like a walking Starfleet technical manual.
What can I say? I'm good at what I do.
She rolled her eyes.
I can see that.
Come on, start pulling chips.
She's like, get onto it. Isolinear bank. Okay. Bunch of chips. Just picking up chips. Or not. What's that?
What's this?
Some kind of crystal formation?
Whoa. This substance is a quantized spin crystallization of hydrogen, carbon, and lithium. It's emitting tetrametric pulses at an interval of 3.8422 seconds.
Quantized crystallization isn't natural. I mean, it's only theoretical as a means to engineer matter on a subatomic level. What's it doing in there?
Wait. Regulation 364, subsection 9.
What?
Regulation 364, subsection 9 orders that in the case of an unknown foreign substance infiltrating a sealed system, it will be placed in secure confinement before further examination. Retrieve a containment module.
Don't you think we're more equipped to deal with whatever this is?
No. Before anything else, this is a security issue. You don't even know what this is.
Which is why we need to study it.
Once it's contained.
Well, if it's not natural, then someone might have put it there. It could be a tracking device. Some kind of sabotage. Or even a bomb.
Which is why we need to get it to the containment lab.
Come on.
I can't make an exception. Not even for you.
I'm still going to report these crystals to Commander Westbrook when we send the shuttle data.
And I will inform my superiors. I'm taking this just as seriously as you are. But I overheard talk about the warp disruption on the shuttle. Now these crystals? Maybe this situation is more than we can handle with just a science vessel. We could trigger a distress call, get Starfleet to send more ships. Or I could send a message to my old CO on the Adirondack. Get some combat-tested vessels. We shouldn't do this alone.
We're at the edge of the quadrant. Help isn't just gonna pop over like we're in Sector 001.
Wouldn't hurt to try.
You talk like you've never had your backs up against a wall before. This is Starfleet. We solve our own problems.
Containment device. What?
Get this to the containment lab.
Why are they teleporting an unknown substance? Why not, like, grab it with something and put it into the containment unit? I don't know.
We'll get it set up for you. I'll let you know when it's safely confined.
Oh, we'll be there.
Last thing you want is to study this down in main engineering and have it explode next to the warp core.
Oh.
Almost forgot.
Can't have that.
For a second, I thought she'd gone cold on you. Like she might have changed her mind. But I guess this whole situation has her spooked. Maybe she knows more than us? Or it's because this is all happening so fast? But she usually doesn't scare easy.
Well, of course she's taking it seriously, but that's her job. When she's on duty, she's got to be on the lookout for danger.
Yeah, but talking about sending a distress call on her own? That's going too far. She was probably just thinking out loud. I'm sure she'll come to her senses. This mission has enough complications stacking up.
Now, we'll get through it. You, me, and Miranda too.
Commander.
All right. That was a scene transition, so I'm going to end this game. And we will start a new one. So get your bingo cards. And I'll start you out with a couple of numbers. All right, and then I wanted to look at who's going first on the hull. Edslar couldn't help but admire Carter's sense of humor as a way of appeasing her anger over his going first on the hull. Oh, okay. That was about the scar thing. Miranda noticed Carter's usual confidence was leaning towards cockiness when she returned from Hotari. Well, okay. And I don't think that we've had any updates with these ones.
Rydek was able to work behind the
Symbols and legends.
Negotiations and made contact with a representative from the Hotari delegation named Tylus. She mentioned an unusual artifact of unknown origin being held under tight security within the Hotari Palace, which she believes came from the mines on Tau. Now, this artifact might have a connection to the revolt, to the storm, and to the warp disruption we now know has been targeted at the Resolute. Commander Rydick, if you want to take it from here.
Of course. Tylus managed to infiltrate the heavily guarded location within the palace and sent us these scans using my tricorder. It appears to be some sort of control panel, possibly connected to the warp disruption weapon originating on Tau. Of particular interest is this symbol, which we couldn't identify the origin of.
The Federation database has records from a vast number of civilizations. If anyone from Starfleet has come across this before, the system should recognize it.
Cross-referencing with Federation records.
Displaying symbols from Federation database with a 90% probability of match or higher. Select a symbol to further analyze.
Okay, so we can select symbols. Not Klingon. It doesn't really look like that. It kind of looks like that.
.2% match.
Got it.
Takan Empire.
So, what are we looking at?
The design and composition indicate this is a glyph associated with the ancient Takan Empire. Their civilization collapsed over 600,000 years ago, but once spanned millions of systems with a population numbering in the trillions.
Fascinating. The Takan were once the most advanced, most powerful civilization in the galaxy.
Is it possible the Hotari found Takan technology?
I wonder if they even know what they have.
Our knowledge of the Takan is limited. I have only encountered passing references to them.
Actually, I've heard of the Takan.
You have?
Quite impressive, Commander.
Computer, summarize the Enterprise D's discovery of the Takan outpost.
Enterprise D.
41386.4. The USS Enterprise D, under the command of Captain Jean-Luc Picard, discovered a Takan outpost in the Delphi Ardu system. According to the mission summary, an unbreakable energy-draining field was deployed against the Enterprise and a Ferengi ship. The Enterprise was only able to escape after negotiating their release with an entity known as Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire.
Unbreakable energy draining field. It starts to make sense.
What else is there?
There's a lot here. Let's take it piece by piece.
Select the aspect you wish to learn more about.
What sort of planet is Delphi Ardu 4?
Delphi Ardu 4 is an M-class planet, a barren rocky world with little to no vegetation and frequent ion storms. The giant crystals that grow there absorb energy, but it is not understood how they do so. The entire Delphi Ardu system, consisting of 11 planets, was considered completely uninhabited until the encounter with Portal 6-3.
Frequent ion storms. That can't just be a coincidence. Someone from the Takan Empire is actually still around.
Or at least was, 16 years ago.
Computer, what other information do you have on Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire?
The entity known as Portal 6-3 is of an unknown nature. A biped humanoid, he was unaware that the Takan Empire no longer existed at the time of the encounter. He was able to control the crystal-based technology of the Takan outpost through apparent telepathic means. It was by his choice that the Enterprise was released from the energy draining field after Commander William T. Riker of the Away Team argued on behalf of both Starfleet and the Ferengi.
Telepathic control of their technology.
As I have said, they were the most advanced civilization in the galaxy.
I guess we get to talk about the Enterprise.
To capture and hold the Federation flagship would have to be unbelievably powerful. Computer, what else can you tell us about the energy-draining field the Takan used?
The Enterprise D was unable to break free on its own. The precise nature of the technology was never fully understood. Only that the crystalline technology used was beyond the comprehension of then current Starfleet science.
The engineering team found a quantized spin crystal formation in the shuttle you took to Hotari. They registered tetrametric radiation coming from it.
We have Takan technology on board right now?
We might. I'll run a full analysis in the containment lab.
Well, what happened to the Ferengi sheep?
There appears to be some sort of restriction order from Starfleet. Computer, explain this restriction.
A Starfleet directive similar to General Order 7 forbids entering the Delphi Ardu system or attempting to make contact with Portal 6-3.
Starfleet doesn't throw up a no trespassing sign for just anybody.
I suppose it makes sense considering what happened to the Enterprise D.
The Elydians should have crushed the revolt. But if the Hotari have Takan technology and can control it, I see why they're willing to negotiate peace. For all we know, this could be just the beginning. And we're up against something greater than we can imagine.
For now, it's probably best we don't let on how much we know.
Play our cards close to the vest. Smart. I agree. Then when the time is right, we can confront them.
Diplomatically, of course.
Right.
We've been able to triangulate the source of the ionic interference and warp disruption to a specific mine on Tau. Engineering used the latest data from your shuttle to pinpoint its origin. There.
So we know where to look.
We need to know what's down there, what the Hotari are hiding, to better understand what we're up against, and to neutralize it if we can.
Captain, embarking on a mission to the Hotari moon would not be viewed favorably by either side. However, given the circumstances, we are entirely within our rights to defend ourselves.
I just want to make sure this doesn't blow up in our faces, which is why I'm thinking of sending Commander Rydek on a covert mission to Tau.
All right.
Assuming you're up to the task. It would require absolute secrecy. And obviously, it's not without risk.
I'll get the away team in and out. They're in safe hands with me.
Under normal circumstances, that would be the case. But given the sensitive nature of this incursion,
oh shit,
I'm afraid you'll have to go it alone. I'm hoping Tylus can accompany you. The priority is to avoid detection. It's a calculated risk. The last thing we need is to get caught and then blamed for violating our neutrality and aggravating an already tense situation. Can't afford any mistakes, which is why I've chosen you.
Yes, sir. I'll do everything in my power to make sure no one knows I'm there.
Good. Of course, you'll have full support from the Resolute, and we'll make sure we take every precaution.
Every precaution?
Get in touch with Tylus and make the necessary arrangements as discreetly as possible.
Bridge to Captain Solano. The Elydians have moved additional ships to the edge of the Hotari system. Current heading is straight for the homeworld.
Understood.
It would seem we no longer have the luxury of waiting. In that case, may I suggest you and I return to Hotari Prime. Doing so will provide Commander Rydek as much time as possible to complete her mission.
Agreed. We'll hail the Queen's delegation from my ready room. We all know what we need to do. Dismissed.
All right. We have a new mission. And Captain Solano couldn't help but be impressed by Jara's willingness to undertake the mission to Tau despite the evident risks. But Lieutenant Bedrosian was inspired by Jara's boldness when discussing how to address the Hotari threat during the senior staff meeting. Okay. She looks kind of sad about it, but that's cool. And so, why is my mouse stuck? There we go. That's a scene transition, so I'll call a couple of numbers. There's a 1. There's a 41. A 34. And one more, a 37. And if you're trying to get in on the bingo game, you can use the extension. It will be on the overlay on desktop or on the little button in the corner. You can go to Stream. What was it called? Stream Bounty, which is Stream Bingo, basically. And let's take a. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Pre-roll on. Okay. So we are at 3 hours and 42 minutes of stream time. And we're about to do this covert mission. So I think this is actually a pretty decent place to stop and relax and rest. Oh, we need the crew to be rested. I am going to be back tomorrow evening. And we will be... let's see. Let me do this and then this. I'll be back tomorrow evening, maybe around the same time, and we'll be streaming. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to YouTube and Twitch. We're going to raid someone, so I need to find who we can raid. I'm going to go ahead and leave the bingo up for the game. Oh, Phantom Feast used 20 bits an hour ago, and I didn't even see it. Thank you for the 20 bits, Phantom Feast. I appreciate that. And Koziof used 20 bits as well. Okay, so we are going to... Where's the raid button? There's the raid button. We're going to look for people that I'm following. And let's see. Similar or smaller size. What are you playing? Retro We Are on Tuesdays. Pal World, Discord, socials. I think we will... filter by tag. Star Trek. Okay, so we're going to send you over to another Star Trek channel. Let's see. This is the day I pre-made as Resurgence. It's got to be someone in English. Search and filter. Get rid of that one. Some folks are playing Star Trek Fleet Command. I don't think anyone else is playing Star Trek Resurgence right now. I think I'll check in on this stream. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
I guess we could start back on the game, huh?
Okay, they're about to do a game. I'm going to go ahead and get that raid ready. They're playing Star Trek Fleet Command. In the chat, there is a raid message. Copy this message and paste it into... Oh, it's Kree. When we raid. So we're going to get ready to go. And copy this message. Alright, ready to go? I'll see you next time.